Hello, hello. Are we live? We should be live.
Yes, it's live.
Uh, okay. All right. Yeah, I see your notification came up. Very good.
Yes, I can see it. I can
Did you
see it.
get?
I
Okay.
checked my phone to see if it was live and it's working.
Now I can't see mine live though. On my channel, I
Let
don't
me
see
check.
it.
Let me check for you.
Yeah, you have to go to it.
Let me check for you.
I see it. I just
Oh, you
refreshed.
see on there?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We are live. How exciting. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna open up the comments. Let's see if we have people here. Let me turn this off. I can hear myself talking. Okay. All right. So it's 5:52. Let's see if people are here. You really don't know unless they put something in the comments.
Right.
So we'll give
Like
it a
I said,
second.
I don't know nothing about live, so this
Yay, I'm your first live. Yay, I'm
is
excited.
probably this is your expertise. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I can see myself. I've seen us on my phone, so I'm like, yeah, we live. But other
Now
than that,
Nadia says we are here. Hi,
oh,
Nadia.
hello.
Yes, it's 5:52. So we'll wait till 5:53 and then we'll get started. So at
Oh,
least we
okay.
know someone's
I
here,
do.
someone's watching.
Do it say recording?
Kimberly Williams
Okay, I
says
do.
hello. Is it
Hello.
recording? I think it does record automatically. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure. Um, I wonder, I don't want to push this recording and then it does and I mess it up.
I think it's I think it's gonna stay on the channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Nadia, we have Kimberly. All right. So let's get started. I'm so excited. So I would like to welcome everybody to this is Geneia, right? I'm so bad
Genea.
with the name. Geneia's first live. So I'm excited that she agreed to do it. All right. So I would like to say, somebody else logged in. Hey y'all. Hey. I would like to say we were going to record us this interview instead of going live, and then a last ditch effort, we decided to go live. So I want to give us credit for
Yeah.
doing that. This is only my third live, and this is her first live. So we're pretty excited. So I wanted to invite Geneia here because I was watching, it was it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I think I was polishing my nails, and my daughter was asleep. My daughter's 7, and you came up in the up next, on YouTube. And so I was listening, and then everything you said, I would turn my head like, that is me. And
Yeah.
then, you talk a little bit more, I would turn I'm like, that is me. I was like laughing out loud. I could relate. And I said, I have to chat with this lady. So then, of course, I started binge watching your videos. And I said, she is so young. She probably could be my, daughter, which maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you can. You said you're 30.
30.
You're
Yes, I'll
31.
be 31 in November. I'll be 31 next month. Well, yeah,
And I am 52. So it's just so funny because I was telling her before we started, normally you make a connection with people around your age, but weight loss I'm discovering has no age, and we all
right.
have the same or similar experiences. And it doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 70 or 80, and I'm sure they've been through some of the things we've been through.
Right.
So, hey, somebody else just said,
Hi.
hey. So if you can start by telling us about yourself, tell us about your just your background, little quick information about you.
Okay, my name is Genea. I'm 30. I'll be 31 next month. I'm from Florida. Um, I started YouTube November 2021. Initially, I kind of started YouTube like, trying to do like plus size fashion because I was looking on the internet and I really didn't see like girls like me, doing fashion. And like when I was growing up, a lot of people used to always be like, oh, you dress so nice. Like, so I was like, okay, well, let me get on the internet and, maybe give plus size girls some inspiration because sometimes I feel like they think that plus size girls don't have like confidence. So I was like, you know, let me do it for the plus size girls. So I ended up doing YouTube initially with that, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want to niche myself into doing just like plus size fashion. So I kind of started doing like more lifestyle stuff. And then that was kind of like, you know, what I was doing for a little bit. And then after that, I just was like, you know, my weight was getting out of control. And I was like, I need to do something about it. So that's when I kind of like transitioned into like wellness, so lifestyle wellness and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. Did I say?
And when did you start your channel?
I started November 2021.
Okay, November 20. So you've had it for a while. Now, did you always talk about Zepbound?
No. When I first started out, like I said, I was doing more like lifestyle stuff, talking about like fashion, doing like fashion hauls, kind of like, you know, the normal stuff that you do.
I didn't mean Zepbound. I mean weight loss. Were you talking about weight loss at that point? Okay.
Not at all.
So not at all. Okay.
No, so when I started my YouTube channel, it was strictly lifestyle stuff, fashion, beauty. That was kind of like the niche that I was kind of trying to go in. I never talked about weight loss. Of course, like if you're talking about lifestyle stuff, you go include like, oh yeah, I'm going to the gym, but it never stuck. Like I was going to the gym probably like once and that was it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So tell us about your health journey and how you introduced how Zepbound came along.
I don't know if it was like seasonal depression. I don't know what I was really going through, but I was just like laying in the bed. Like I knew something was going on with me. I want to say it was more so like vitamin D deficiency, but I didn't really find that out until I actually went to go talk to my doctor. So I was just laying in the bed. I kind of felt a little depressed because I just was like, you know, letting myself just gain this weight or whatever. And so I was scrolling on TikTok and I was just like, what is this medicine that people are taking? Like, what is this? So I initially found out about Mounjaro. I'm taking Zepbound because Zepbound is the weight loss medication that is approved for weight loss. So, but initially Zepbound wasn't out. It was strictly Mounjaro. So I was just scrolling on TikTok, looking at people's videos and they was losing all of this weight. And I'm like, this can happen for me. Like, you know, you get on the internet and you see like these people are the same size as me and they're losing weight. And so I'm like, let me go to my doctor and see what's up. So I went and they were basically like, girl, you don't have diabetes. So we not writing you this prescription. And I just felt so defeated. I was just like, okay, like, you know.
Now, did you realize that Mounjaro was for diabetics or pre-diabetics when you
yeah, I knew that, but I also knew that people were still getting the medication who were not diabetics.
Yes.
So I was like, let me try this and see, because I probably like maybe in 2021, before I even had started YouTube, I was going to another primary care doctor and she actually prescribed me with Ozempic and I was not diabetic. But I felt like when I was taking the Ozempic, I took it for maybe like 3 weeks, but it wasn't really doing anything for me. So I stopped taking it. So I'm like, okay, if they're saying Mounjaro is for weight loss, I was taking Ozempic at the time. My insurance approved it. So let's see if they'll give me Mounjaro, even if I don't have diabetes.
And it's so interesting how a lot of insurance companies will approve Ozempic, but they won't approve Zepbound or Mounjaro. So right. I wonder, is this because they've been around longer? They're more established in their mind. I'm not sure what that is, but I've heard that. So I love how you said when you told this story on your channel, you said you went to the wellness center and you just knew you were coming out with.
I was just like, if I want this medication, why y'all can't write it for me, even if I have to pay for it? Like, why is it that I can't get this prescription? I don't know if it was because I honestly felt like certain doctors will write it and certain doctors will advocate more for their patients to be able to get them this medication. And so I felt like at that point, they weren't really advocating for me and they weren't really like, you know, trying to push the issue. So that's when I had to find another doctor. I was like, somebody gonna write it for me. But then at that time, I actually went to a specialist. I went to an endocrinologist. So I don't get my Zepbound prescribed through just like a primary care doctor or from like the wellness center from my job. I actually went to an endocrinologist, and they're the ones who wrote me the prescription for Zepbound. So.
And did you say, does your insurance cover it? No. So you're paying out of pocket.
I
Yeah.
pay $550 every month.
Oh my goodness. So I remember you saying too that before you started Zepbound, you actually lost weight, some pounds before that. Yes.
Yeah,
Tell us
so
about that.
when I had went to the doctor, because previously, like I said, I think I was going through some kind of like seasonal depression or something. I don't know. I wasn't getting on the scale. I didn't know how much I weighed. I literally just knew that I was gaining weight because I can always tell from my neck and from my face. And so when I went to the endocrinologist to, just get some more information about Zepbound, because that's when I want to say Zepbound was out. So I'm like, okay, this is for weight loss. So let me go to the endocrinologist, see what's up with her, see if she'll write me the prescription. So when I went there, I got on the scale and I was 300 pounds. And I'm like, hold on. I made a vow to myself that I would never get to 300 pounds. But at that point, it's just like, how do you even really know if you're not doing anything to like, make sure that you are good? So when I see that 300 pounds, I'm like, today is a day that it's just like something clicked in my head. And I was just like, listen, you got to make something happen, because if you continue to gain weight, like you can possibly develop diabetes or something like that. So once she told me I was 300 pounds, that same day, literally, I probably would have went to Wendy's after I left my doctor's appointment. I went right to Walmart, Publix, got my stuff to meal prep, and I just started meal prepping. I literally went cold turkey, and I kind of started meal prepping. And I think because my body kind of like was shocked, it was like, girl, what you eating? Like, what is this that you eating now? It was just like, I dropped like 15 pounds before I even started taking the medication, because she had to draw my blood, make sure that I was okay to even take the medication before she gave it to me. So I want to say I went to the doctor on like January the 8th. And on January the 18th is when I actually went and picked up my prescription. So.
And that started your Zepbound journey.
Right. In those 10 days, I dropped 15 pounds. I didn't even go to the gym. It was just what I was eating.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us, so what were your initial experiences with Zepbound? Like when you go home, you got this Zepbound, you were already 15 pounds down. What was your mindset? Like, what did you say to yourself? Like when you took the first injection, how did it feel? What happened?
I don't know. I just was like, thank God. Like, to be honest, I was just so excited that like, I don't even think, because I've heard that when people initially take Zepbound, like the first couple of weeks, like they feel tired. And I noticed that, I'm probably getting off topic, but I noticed that I was a little tired, because I don't know if you watched my last wellness update, but I had stopped taking Zepbound for 2 weeks. And when I started back taking it again, I kind of felt that tiredness. But when I first initially started taking it, I didn't feel really any symptoms. I don't know if it was because I was just so excited to take the medication that I wasn't worried about the symptoms, or if it was just that I really didn't get no symptoms. So yeah, I'm not sure. But when I first took it, I just took that first injection. I was like, let's see where this goes. It only can really go up from here, because, I've heard bad stories about people not losing weight, but I think my mindset was so like, we got to get this done. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start going to the gym. Like I just had a totally different mindset. So I was just like, it only can go up. I'm not going down from taking this medication. That's kind of like how I was with it.
So did you keep the meal prep going? Did you start cutting calories? Or did you start watching what you were eating?
I still was doing my meal prepping. I still was doing my meal prepping every week. That was a thing. But I kind of started getting tired of the meal prepping. So I started doing like a meal kit service, which I talk about as well. I do a meal kit service called Ideal Nutrition. It's in my area. I think they have it like in Miami, West Palm, and I want to say like Stewart area. It goes a little bit up north, but I think it's really kind of like a local thing.
And it's called Ideal. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Ideal Nutrition.
And it's called Ideal Nutrition. And you get the meals. The meals are like $7 and change. And I'm like, you can't even get a meal from the grocery store. You can't even prepare a meal for that cheap of a price.
That
And I
is pretty
like,
cheap.
yeah, I felt like it worked for me simply because when I got with my work schedule, when I first started Zepbound, I was getting off of work maybe like 9 o'clock. And me coming home having to sometimes prepare the meals, like if I forget to prepare or whatever, wanting to not stop at the drive-through. It was getting like too much. I wanted to be in bed by 9:30, 9 o'clock sometimes so that I could get up and go to the gym in the morning. So that's kind of like, that just worked for me. I'm like, I got to get these meals. They also were like their portion control, like it's portion control. They also have like the macros on it. So at first I was like prioritizing protein. So I was like, okay, this meal has this amount of protein in it. It has, like, it tells you how many carbs, how many protein, or how much protein. It tells you all of that stuff. So I was like, that works.
What was a balance? So it was a balanced meal. It wasn't just like protein and veggies.
Right. It's like they have keto options. They have keto options. They have vegetarian options. They have paleo options. They have just regular. Their meals aren't over like 600 calories for one meal, and I was actually getting full off meals.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So are you still using that right now?
Yes, I still use it.
You do?
Yes, I use it faithfully. I got some in my fridge right now because I just feel like with me, I'm still working on portion control. And I feel like with those meals, they give me the set amount of food that I need to eat. Sometimes my eyes get bigger than my stomach and I feel like I want more food and I go to eat, and if it's on a plate. So I know with them, like if I have a certain amount of food, that's what I need to eat and be satisfied with it.
So are the meals just dinner, or is it lunch, dinner, breakfast? Do you have a variety?
Yeah, they have breakfast, lunch, dinner. I usually just do their dinner.
Okay.
Well, I do lunch and dinner. Like I'll get enough meals for me to be able to eat something for lunch and eat something for dinner. And then sometimes I'll eat their breakfast, but I really just like their blueberry muffins that they have. But other than that, I don't really too much care for their breakfast.
Oh, okay. Now someone, Tina asked, did you also get B12 with the injection?
No, that wasn't offered to me. I know a lot of people do the B12 injections when they go to like a med spa or something, because I also looked into compounding before I even went to my doctor, and I know that was something that they were offering, was the B12 shots with the compounded medication, but I never took the B12.
Okay. All right. So tell us about your side effects. So first of all, I want to know, were you one of those people that had lots of food noise? And did you know of that word? Was that a thing? You're the younger generation. I've heard this. I've only heard this like since I went on my Mounjaro journey. So like since February.
Right. So once I started doing my research about Zepbound, I heard people talking about food noises, and I was like, what is a food noise? So then I looked it up and I'm like, I have this. Like, I just didn't know what it was called. I literally will wake up in the morning and be like, what am I have for dinner? Like, it's breakfast, girl. Why are you worrying about dinner? Or like if I'm at work, I'm just thinking about like food. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. I didn't know what it was initially until I started doing my research on Zepbound. And I'm like, after I took it, it was like, okay, I could go all day, which is not good, but I could literally go a full day without thinking about food.
Wow. And so did Zepbound give you appetite suppression, and did it squash that food noise right away?
Right away? To be honest, I really can't remember. I don't know. I want to say on the 2.5 when I first started it, I want to say it did like quiet the food noises, but I can't say for sure. I'm not sure. I can't really remember.
Okay. So someone in the chat, I'm not so good with names, but I'm going to try this name.
Yes. Looks like
Ileana. So she wants to know, have you ever taken phentermine? Is it called phentermine?
Yes, phentermine.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I have taken phentermine before. The only thing about phentermine, and it's probably about to be TMI, is that when I take the phentermine, when I use the bathroom, like it hurts me. Like it's just like a horrible feeling. And I had to stop taking it because it was a bad feeling, like when I was trying to use the bathroom. So
now this was before Zepbound. You took this? Okay. So
yes.
I know people take it in addition to Zepbound or Mounjaro or
Really?
Ozempic, Wegovy. Yes, people take it.
They must be dropping like flies then if they take it like that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I took it before, but like I said, I didn't have really good side effects to it. I know a lot of people, they're not able to sleep, or I had the good side of the side effects. Like I didn't get any like heart palpitations. I know a lot of people say they get heart palpitations. I wasn't getting that. I was able to sleep at night because I know it say it keeps some people up. So I wasn't getting any of that. It was just like when I was trying to use the restroom, it was like the constipation part of Zepbound, but once you use the bathroom, it's like bricks. So yeah.
Even if did you try a stool softener?
Yep. And I think my body got immune to it. So it worked for a little bit and then it stopped working. And then also with phentermine, it's like if you take it, it's only gonna work for so long until your body kind of get immune to it. So they say you're not supposed to really take it long term. It's like 4 months, and then after that, you're supposed to give your body a break, and then maybe try to start taking it again. But with phentermine, same with Zepbound, if you're not putting in that work as far as like making sure you eating better, making sure that getting those healthy habits, as you said, like microhabits, getting those healthy habits, you're gonna gain the weight right back.
That's true.
When I was taking the phentermine, my mindset wasn't like going to the gym. I was going to because it gave me energy. So I was like working out on because I have a Peloton. So I was on my Peloton, but at the same time, it was just like, I wasn't in that mindset of like, okay, I got to work out every day. I got to have me a gym regimen. I got to eat healthy. So I gained the weight right back.
Well, this is one of the things that I had made the connection with you, and I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget it. But this is one of the things when I was doing my nails and you said this, I had to do a double take, like, that is me. And you said you went on diets before. You said, but you never changed your mindset. So when you were going on those diets, you didn't incorporate a healthy lifestyle. You were just, like, oh, let's do, I'm just saying keto or whatever the latest, fad diet is. Right. And you just were doing the diet. You weren't really changing your lifestyle and thinking about it as like a lifestyle change. And I think that, has been my previous experience too. I had a goal. I wanted to lose 50 pounds or this many pounds. And then that was it. I wasn't thinking long term, whereas now I am. Are you feeling the same way?
For sure. Like I said, like before, I think you're referring to my weight loss video when I had initially lost the 65 pounds.
Yes.
When I went on that weight loss journey, I was in college. I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to graduate. I got to send out these pictures to all of these people. I got to make sure that I'm looking good in my graduation photos because if not, I'm not sending these pictures out to people. Like, no. So I'm like, okay, that's when I did the diet. But it was specifically because I wanted my graduation pictures to look good. Nothing else. It was like, that was the reason. And after that, I could go back to eating what I want to. I just got to make sure that I'm staying on track for right now. But now it's totally different because I've developed PCOS. Like I have PCOS.
Can you tell us what that is?
Yes, PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. And to be honest, I really didn't know too much about PCOS until my OBGYN. She was like, okay, you have PCOS, which is little cysts on your ovaries that it makes it hard for you to be able to have babies, like you're not fertile. I don't really know how people get PCOS. I really think it's from the foods that you eat. But yeah, that's really all I can say about PCOS. It just makes you a little infertile. You have all of these like symptoms. You're tired a lot. It's a lot that comes with PCOS. So my doctor basically was saying, like, in order for you to alleviate some of these symptoms, you have to lose some weight. And I felt like like the more weight I was gaining, the more symptoms I was having, like insomnia. I feel like that's why I was in the bed all the time. I was having weird cravings. I didn't want to work out. So now I feel like if I want to keep those symptoms off and make sure that I'm, feeling good, I can't be eating crazy. I have to make sure I work out. I have to make sure I keep the weight off. So it's definitely different now.
So you're exercising now. So I remember you talking about you laying in the bed and you used to, and I've done this too and still doing it. But you go through the videos of, on TikTok, or I'm not really on TikTok like that, but wherever you see like YouTube and you see all these ladies working out, or, people like, bam, they got this nice body. And I'm like, I'm starting on Monday. I'm starting on Sunday. And, it's like Monday came, Sunday came first, then Monday. And it's like I never did it. And so I could totally relate to that. So, but now you're doing it. So good for you. What gave you that motivation? Did you get a boost of energy with Zepbound, or did you just say to yourself, I'm all in, I'm eating right, now I'm exercising too?
Yes, I wanted to. My word for 2024 was discipline. Like, I live my own, like, I don't have to answer to anybody but myself and God. So I was kind of like, Genia, if you want to get this done, like, you have to be disciplined. So I'm like, discipline in all aspects, making sure that I work out. Even if I go to the gym and walk on a treadmill for 30 minutes, I have to do some kind of moving. So that's kind of how my mindset was. I also think once I kind of dropped some weight, I did get more energy. Once I started taking a Zepbound, I did get more energy. Once I started taking Zepbound, my PCOS symptoms were null and void, to be honest. Like, I don't really have any more PCOS symptoms. And what a lot of people don't know is that, and maybe they do know, I'm not sure, but PCOS, some people have insulin resistant PCOS, and that's why the Zepbound works well for people who have PCOS, because it's insulin resistant, which people who take Mounjaro have diabetes, so it kind of go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know that when you take Zepbound for your PCOS symptom, it alleviates like your symptoms. So that's another reason why I don't know why insurance companies don't approve it, for PCOS and stuff like that, because it really helps a lot of women who have PCOS with their symptoms. So I think that was another thing too. Like, I just got more energy, and then it was also my mindset of like, you got to do this. Like, you got to get this weight off. Like, it's no other way.
I think eventually that's coming. Don't you? I don't know if you keep up with the news on Zepbound or Mounjaro, or Ozempic or any of the GOP ones, but it's funny because every day I'm reading, okay, it's good, it prevents heart attacks, it prevents diabetes, it prevents, sleep apnea. You take it and, you don't have
I had mild sleep apnea as well. And I snore so loud. Like, I used to
mm-hmm.
My boyfriend, I would feel so bad for him because I would be snoring so bad. I don't snore no more. And I'm just like, yeah, I had to get this weight off of me, because my sister would come over and visit me sometimes, and she would literally be in my guest room, and she would be like, I heard you all the way on the other side of the house. And I'm like, this is embarrassing. Like, this can't happen. But I did. I had mild sleep apnea as well. Like, I had a lot of stuff going on. It wasn't like stuff that people would consider like serious, but it was like, this stuff can develop into something else. You get what I'm trying to say?
For sure. Yes. So, well, you have some questions in the chat. Let's see. Before we get backed up here. Someone says, how do you get disciplined? It's so hard. And it is.
It definitely is. But I think once you get tired, you get tired. Like, in me, I was tired. 300 pounds was a stretch, and I was just like, you gotta do something. So I don't know.
What was the weight for you? Like, the weight gain that just motivated you? That 300 pounds just got you motivated?
Yes. It was just like, girl, you got to do something before you be on my 600-pound life, not being able to, I don't know. I just always be thinking about my 600-pound life and how they have to have people to come and bring them their food and stuff like that. It's just like, that's not the life that I want to live. Like, that's not what I want for myself. So I
Now,
had
I've never seen that. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. And I remember you put a snippet of it in your video. And I said, maybe I ought to go watch that and see what that's about. I've heard things, but I haven't seen it.
it's depressing, and it's like you see yourself in those people, because I also think that some people don't know that like food is an addiction, just like people are addicted to drugs. Like food is an addiction, so you just gotta, I don't know, some people go to therapy for it. On a show like they do therapy for it, like they have to go talk to people, so you never really know why people go to food for comfort. And I think that was me. Like I usually used food like for comfort and stuff. But once you go through therapy, go to work out, like I said, working out too is my therapy. Like being able to run on that treadmill, listen to my music, like it, release some things. So it just, you gotta do what works for you. But my 600-pound life, you could see yourself in those people, and it's just like, I don't want to get like this. So let me go ahead and nip it and get it right at the head before it gets too bad.
I agree. I think what's unique though about a food addiction is you have to eat, whereas, you can survive without drinking alcohol or any of those other vices or, addictions you have, but you have to eat. So you kind of, you're forced to manage it. Don't you think if
Right, but
you can't get around it?
But can you really? Because some people that need other kind of drugs, they go through withdrawals, and that take their body through stuff, and they can, anything. I don't really know what I could say on live, so I'm trying to be careful. But like, you never like, addiction is an addiction, but food. I mean, you probably not gonna. Well, I can't even say that, because you can develop diseases and pass away. So it's just, I don't know. It's a lot.
So we have another question. This is from Healthy Spirit Podcast. Tia, if you're not following Tia, go check out her channel. I love her videos. And she said, how long on Zepbound, how much down, and what's your channel name?
So you can follow my channel at GeneiaLaCole, the name that's on the bottom here. And how long I've been on Zepbound since January of this year. And I am down a total of 90 pounds.
90 pounds.
Yes.
The last time I think I saw was 88. So 90 pounds. That is awesome. And how many months?
Since January. So 10 months.
10 months. It's so funny because I've just told my friends and family that I was, taking Mounjaro, and I've been losing slow and steady. And, I was talking to someone else who is, she hasn't lost really quickly, but she wants to. And the more I thought about it, I thought, because that's one of the criticisms, I don't know if that's the best word to use, but is that, you take this medication, you lose weight so fast. And then how we talked about, people think, oh, you're just going to gain it back. But I always say, don't you gain back weight on any weight loss program you do? Like we've all been on diets. We've all, had different weight loss programs, and you gain weight back on those. So why is this any different? But the one thing I, do realize, if you're paying out of pocket, somebody asked in the chat too, and I didn't, we didn't read that yet, but somebody said, how much is it? How expensive? That's very expensive. And I think you said $550. Well, some people are paying $1,200. They don't even have that discount of the $550. And so I would be trying to lose super fast too. I would try to get all I can get out of it, because you never know when your insurance company is going to, cut that off and say, maybe instead of $550, now you have to pay $1,200. You never know when they're just going to cut you off with these insurance companies. So, it made me think of it different for people who are saying, let me lose this weight as fast as I can. I think if you're paying that much money, I say go for it, because you never know.
Yeah, I also think too, when you add that workout aspect to it, you also lose the weight as well. So I think that's with me too. Like if I was I think I'd probably be a little steady as well if I wasn't working out, because I work out. I have this app called Zepbound. I mean, not Zepbound, sorry, Trainwell. I use an app called Trainwell, so it's a virtual trainer, and he basically uploads my workouts to the app. So I do that 4 times a week, and then I do Pilates every Saturday. So I work out at least 5 times a week.
Wow.
So I think that's another part of it, because I also was very heavy. I don't want that loose skin on me. I want to make sure that I know I'm going to have some loose skin, but I want to make sure that it's, manageable. If,
Yeah, and I haven't been working out consistently, so, and I'm looking to work out consistently, so I'm sure I will see more pounds. But yeah, 90 pounds in 10 months is amazing. All right, I wanted to say a shout out to Traces of Twan's life. Do you know her? Do you follow her channel?
She comments on my videos, that video that I did about my weight loss journey. So I'm familiar with her.
Thank you for coming, Traces of Twan. Oh my goodness, I was glad to see her in here. All right, so I was going to ask you, how often do you exercise? But you already answered that. So, what is the day in the life look like for you? Like, and how much protein are you getting to? I wanted to know that. I don't know which one you want to tackle first.
So a day in the life, my life is so boring. It's not boring, but I get up. I usually get up like 4:45, sometimes 5:30. It depends on how I'm feeling the night before. I like to work out at 5 o'clock in the morning. So if I get up at like 4:30, 4:45, I'll make it to the gym by 5. And I work out in my apartment complex. So I go to the gym. I get back home, take me a shower. Sometimes if I go to the gym at 5, I do like an hour workout, get home by 6. And then I go to work from 9 and I get off at 7. I do 10-hour shifts, come home, eat, and that's pretty much it. I usually do stuff on the weekend because I work 10 hours. So I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Yeah, so other than that, like if I don't do stuff on the weekend, which if I'm vlogging or making a video or something like that, I'm really just either at the gym or, spending time with my family.
Now, what dose are you on?
Right now, I'm on the 15 milligram.
Oh, you're at the 15. How long have you been on that?
3 weeks.
Now, did you titrate up? Like when I first heard about, Mounjaro or Zepbound, it was a schedule. Every 4 weeks you would titrate up. And then I want to say this was maybe May and June. People were saying, on social media and different platforms, how they didn't really titrate up. If they were losing on a dose, they stuck with it. And then Eli Lilly came out with a revised schedule. Like if you're losing on a dose, stick with that dose. So did you do that, or did you titrate up at that initial recommended titration schedule?
No, I titrated up very quickly, and I feel like it's some pros and cons to that. So 2.5, I stayed on it for, I got my little schedule on my phone, so let me go to that. But I think after, I want to say at 7.5, that's when I kind of stopped titrating. But I wish I would have stayed at 5 because I lost the most weight on 5. But I don't know why I was so fixated on like, okay, I got to move up every month. I don't know why. Because to be honest, I really didn't know there was a schedule.
So your doctor never talked about it with you? Like, what dose are you on? Do you want to move up? You want to move down?
She told me if you feel comfortable with moving up, like she kind of like left it to me. If I wanted to stay on the dose, I could. If I wanted to go up, I wanted to go up. But I think it was because I was so like, I got to lose this weight. I got to lose this weight, that I was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and keep titrating up. I wish I would have stayed on 5 and just kept moving my injection and kept moving my injection sites. But I was just going up. I also noticed that like after the 3rd month, because let me go to it. So 2.5, I was on it for 1 month. 5 milligram, I was on it for 1 month. 7.5, I was on it for 2 months. So on that 2nd month that I took 7.5, I only lost 2 pounds. So once I think I did a video and somebody was telling me that it would be better to change your injection site. So that's when I kind of started like changing my injection sites. And when I went up to the 10, I stayed on 10 for 3 months. And I feel like at that 3rd month, that's when my body kind of like clunk out from it. And I don't know if it's because it's looking for me to move up or what. Like I'm not sure. But I noticed that at that 3rd month, it's like, it's done. So I did 12.5 for 3 months, The first month I lost 11 pounds. The second month I lost 10 pounds. And then the third month I lost 0 pounds. So I'm like, yeah, no, it's time for me to move up because like you said, I'm paying out of pocket. And if I don't lose no weight, I feel like my money is going to waste. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and move up. So then I moved to that 15 milligram and I've been on it for 3 weeks.
And I remember you saying that in one of your videos when you didn't lose weight, you were like, this is wasting my money. And I gotta do something. So Traces of Twan's live, shout out. I love her. She's always encouraging other people and sharing people's channels on her channel. She's awesome. But her question was, how many calories are you eating per day on 5 milligrams? And don't forget, how much protein do you get per day? Because I think that's a struggle for a lot of us getting that protein in.
With protein, the way that I try to prioritize protein is strictly by making sure that each one of my meals have protein in it. So I just had a little shake. It's done. But in that shake, I do collagen peptides. So the collagen peptides have like 18 grams of protein in it. And it also is good for your skin. So I don't really have a set number. It's just like I try to make sure that each one of my meals have some kind of protein in it.
Okay. So you don't have like a goal set, like 100 grams, 120. Okay.
No.
Well, it's working for you.
In the beginning. So if y'all go to this calculator, and I talk about this in my video as well, it's called the TDEE calculator. So it's tdeecalculator.net. You go on that website and you basically put in how much you weigh, if you're a male or a female, your height, and it asks you how many times per week you work out, and it gives you like a maintenance calorie goal. So, okay, for your weight, for your height, for your age, you're supposed to be eating this many calories if you want to maintain your weight. Then there is a tab that says cutting, and there's also a tab that says bulking. If you want to cut your weight, it's going to give you how many calories you should be eating, how much protein, how many carbs, all of that depending on if you want to have a low carb, moderate carb, high carb, and then it'll tell you how many calories. So I use that just for calorie purposes only to see how many calories I should be eating. But it tells me like, okay, for my weight, for my height, for my age, and for how many times I work out, right now it's telling me that I should be eating 158 grams of protein.
I use that calculator too. I feel like that's a little bit on the high side. That's a lot of protein to get in.
It is. And for me, because I don't cook and because I can't say, okay, let me make these egg whites. Let me make this egg. Let me make this. Let me make that. It's kind of hard for me because I only eat those meals from Ideal Nutrition for my lunch and for my dinner. And so, yeah, it's kind of hard. But like I said, I just try to make sure that I have at least some protein in each meal. Like I really like like in the morning, I'll grab a protein shake. I really love the Core Life protein, and those have like 26 grams of protein in it. So if I miss a breakfast, I grab one of those shakes, drink that, 26 grams of protein. Okay, next I go to my lunch. Most of my meals have at least 30 grams of protein in it. So that's 60 if I do a lunch and a dinner plus the 26. So I'm getting close to maybe 100, possibly. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I don't really calculate it.
Now, what's your calorie counts or say around?
My calories say like 2,100.
Okay.
I don't eat that. I don't eat 2,100 calories a day.
Is that with cutting it too, or is that just like your maintenance?
Yes, with cutting. And I think it's because I work out 5 times a week.
Okay, so I was gonna say because my calories are 1,650, but I put sedentary. I don't have like 5 days of working out like you, so that's why.
It's 3 to 5 for 3 to 5 days of working out. It's like 21 something.
Okay. All right. Very good. Wow. All right. So, this is another thing that when I saw you talk about this was a video you dedicated, and it's so funny because the older generation, a lot of things cycle back around and they call it something new and different and cute. And when you talked about micro habits, I'm like, what are micro habits? I'm using micro habits every day, but I didn't call it that. So now I'm on this micro habit kick. Yeah. So tell us about that. Where'd you hear that word? Where'd you hear the word from?
Just
Like,
looking at YouTube videos. You know, people always want to be so trendy. And that's it. Like, I'm like, okay, what I can make a video about, tell my girls about, so that they can be on the trends too. So I saw a YouTube video, but they were talking about like micro habits as far as just like trying to get your life on track, trying to make sure that your year is a good year. I made a video like that, but also micro habits as far as like working out, because that's where I'm at in my life right now. So making sure you get good sleep, making sure you drink your water, making sure that, you know, if you full, you put your fork down. Because I had an issue with that. Like if I was hungry, I was still eating, because as I said in my video, when I grew up, it was like, if you don't eat all your food on your plate, you ain't getting nothing to drink, and you ain't getting no dessert or something. You know what I'm trying to say? Kids always want the sweets before they get the food. So it's just like, you better eat all that food. But it's just like, how you know my belly can take all of that food? But at that point, it's like your parents don't know. They just feeding you food.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was something that, like, growing up, it was just like, okay, I had to eat all of my food or it was going to be some trouble. And that just kind of stuck with me. I hate wasting food. I don't like even now, like it's like a trauma to me. I don't know. Like if I see food on my plate, I don't want to throw it away. And that's just like, I feel like I have to eat it all. So that's another thing, like just making sure that I'm practicing that when I'm full and I don't want no more food, it's okay to put the fork down or put it in the fridge, eat it for later. So it's just a lot of, you know, stuff that I'm trying to work on, building habits, so that working out, that's a habit that's a micro habit I had to build. Even when I started out, I was just walking on a treadmill for 30 minutes. That was strictly my workout. Walking on a treadmill at an incline for 30 minutes. And I would increase it every week. So when I started off, I would incline 2 for 10 minutes. I would incline 3 for 10 minutes, incline 4 for 10 minutes. So that would be my 30 minutes. The next week, I would push it up. If I felt comfortable enough to push it up, I would start at 3, 4, 5 and continue that. And then I was like, all right, I'm losing this weight. Now I got to figure out about lifting. I want to get rid of this back fat. So that's when I kind of got the trainer and started doing more lifting. And I still do my cardio as well. But even if you just want to start off, you don't have to be this super weightlifter in the gym. Literally walk on that treadmill for 30 minutes every day on the incline. It don't even have to be at the gym. If you get out and walk, get you some vitamin D, natural vitamin D, and just get out and move your body. And that was kind of like where I was at with it. I'm like, all right, I got to move my body. I know I need to do something to kind of build these habits. So that's where I started at. And yeah, it's been up ever since.
It's been up and up. Well, you know, I think a lot of us grew up with that generational, you know, habit of, you know, my parents said the same thing: clean your plate, don't leave any food on your plate. And my grandmother used to always say, only ask for, now she was good. She would say, only ask for what you're going to eat. And she would make pancakes. I'll never forget this. She would make pancakes one at a time. I mean, one at a time. And if you wanted another one, she would give it to you. But there was no cutoff. If you ate, you know, 5 pancakes, you just ate the 5 pancakes. Right. And so now I'm trying to teach my daughter to eat when she's full. And I was giving her, I think, a lot more than she needed. So now I give her a little bit. So then I'd rather for her to ask for a little bit more. But I tell her, when we eat till we're satisfied and not till we are full and stuffed. And she said, Mommy, what does that feel like? So we talked about that. And so I think, wow, if nothing else, you know, you're giving her good habits too. So I think that is so important.
Right.
Now, do you see any more comments in the chat? I'm trying to think. See.
Okay. Do you calorie count or fast? 90 pounds. Congrats. Thank you. Okay. Do you calorie count or fast? I do calorie count. Did you have restrictions on the loading dose? The loading dose is what, 2.5?
Is that what they call it? The loading dose? I saw that too. I wasn't quite sure.
Can you clarify that? Because I think the loading dose is 2.5, but restrictions as far as what? And then Trainwell. Yes, Trainwell is the app that I use. I'll leave it in the description of this video as well if y'all want to check it out. You get a 14-day free trial by using my link. Oh, hello. Glad I caught the live. Hi.
So Tia says, Healthy Spirit Podcast says 2.5 is the loading dose.
Okay. But with the restrictions, I don't know. I don't have any restrictions. I don't think. What kind of restrictions?
Okay, so if you can describe Zepbound, because it might be some people on here who are not taking a GOP-1 at all, or happen to see your beautiful face. I'm like, I'm clicking on that. What's she talking about? So what's one word to describe? Like, how would you describe Zepbound in one word? Like, what's the best word you can think of?
Oh, um,
Or maybe two.
you go first. Do you know one?
Yeah, I'm on Mounjaro, and I would say it's life changing. Like, that would be my word, because it has changed my relationship with food. So, and just to not think about food, like we talk about the food noise, I don't care what you call it, but not thinking about, like, what am I going to have next? It's almost like, I feel like, I don't know, do you feel like this? I almost think of, like, how I can eat somewhere so that I'm not sitting there not eating, like, okay, what can I'll take a little snack with me or something like that. But I'm not obsessing about, like, what I'm gonna eat and how much of it I'm gonna eat. I'm thinking about, like, I gotta eat something. And so,
Okay.
because I'm on that 1,600 calories, it's times where I don't even need to eat that, but I still do, because when I eventually get off of Mounjaro, I still want to be able to maintain. And I know eventually my calories, the more you lose, your calories go down. But so that's why I'm tracking, because I'm thinking my end goal is not to be on the medication. And for those that want to be on it forever, or even think they need to be, I think that's fine. But just for me, that's my goal right now. It could change. So my word is life changing.
I want to steal your word.
My word. Go
I
ahead
want
and
to steal
steal
your
it.
word because I promise you, like, it's definitely life changing for sure. Like, I don't know. I'm just so happy that I was able to, like, get it, because like I said, when I was looking on TikTok, I was seeing what this medication was doing for other people. Like, and I'm like, I gotta get a piece of this. And when I wasn't able to get it when I first wanted it, I was very defeated. Like, I was so sad. And now I see what the hype is about. So
I agree. And Tia, I call her Tia, but this is Healthy Spirit Podcast. If you're not subscribed to her channel, please subscribe. She says it's a tool. That's another good word. And I always tell people that whenever I talk about Mounjaro, like, no, it's a tool to help you with weight loss. Because if it was only controlling my appetite, I wouldn't be struggling some weeks that I am. So she said that would be her word. People try to act like we don't work hard, but I exercise 5 to 7 days a week for 2 years before Zepbound and never got below 218. Zepbound changed the game, and I work hard.
right, I know that's right.
I would agree with that
I
too.
feel too. And since we on that topic, I wish I'd be ready to read somebody in the comments for saying, like, you don't work hard or something like that. But nope, everybody be positive on, like, my channel as far as that. But it's just like I said too, if you want to take the medication, don't let people make you feel bad for taking something that is going to change your life. Because for one, I feel like people try to shame it. Like, oh yeah, they make all these jokes about Ozempic and all of this stuff. Like, oh yeah, Ozempic is like crack in the 80s or something. And it's just like, are you upset because you can't get the medication, or what is it? Because at the end of the day, obesity is a disease. Just like people take medication for anything else, like, this is something that's, like she said, a tool for people to be able to take to get up and get out and start working. You know what I'm saying?
And it has helped too with my perimenopausal symptoms I was having. It just kind of like took it down. I don't know if it was on the 10, it took it down to maybe a 3 or 4. Right. And then it's also helped with inflammation. So I've lost 38, 39 pounds, and just being able to walk up the stairs, like at my, where I work, we have stairs, like 2 long flights. And when I would walk up with the, thinner people, I'd be at the top, and everybody's a little tired of those stairs, but I would be like, oh my goodness, like I'm struggling. And so now that school has started back, I'm walking up the stairs with everybody else, like, hey, I'm up here. I'm not,
exactly, right?
Yeah, I'm not feeling like the stress of the inflammation in my body. Like, I think that is yeah, and also my A1C. Like that's why I got on it, to lower my A1C.
Yeah.
But just all those things, like I said, it's life changing. If I don't lose another pound, I feel good. And I'm pretty sure I've added years to my life, and so have you.
Right.
So, but I wonder, so how would you describe yourself before you got on Zepbound? Because one cool thing about you is I don't have before and after pictures the way I wanted them, because I never took body shots. Like I was always a selfie girl, and I never wanted to take a whole body shot. So when at first I started off being an audio, like on audio, and I was like, eventually I posted a before and after picture on my 6 month Mounjaro journey. And I got so much feedback. I thought, how can I be on a weight loss journey and not show pictures of myself? But honestly, I didn't have a lot of before and after pictures to show. So I think, so that's what kind of motivated me to get on, show my face on camera. And I thought this was great documentation. So I saw some of your videos before Zepbound. And I mean, you just have, documentation of how far you come. If I were you, I'd be looking at those videos in tears, because I'm almost in tears looking at your transformation. I think it's amazing.
I do. I just recently went back and started looking at videos, and I tell my sister all the time, it's just like, you never really know how, like for me, I was always oblivious to it because I didn't care about that stuff. Like, I'm going to put my clothes on, I'm going to dress, I'm going to put my makeup on, I'm going to get my hair done, I'm going to look good, regardless of if I'm 500 pounds or if I'm 150 pounds. You get what I'm trying to say? So, like, that was never really a thing for me. I feel like I always was a confident girl. But you get to the point where it's just like, all right, now I can see it. And once I started going to the doctor and they telling me like, okay, you got PCOS, you got a fibroid, you got this, you have that. I'm just like, none of this stuff my cycles were irregular. Like I could go months without seeing my cycle, or I was having these weird mood swings. It was just like a lot of stuff that I felt like was contributing to the weight. And I was just, it was getting depressing. So I'm like, yeah, something has got to change. But I feel like I've always been a confident girl. Like I said, I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to do all of the girly stuff. But I feel a lot better because now I can go in Zara and get some clothes. Before I would be like, all right, I'm limited to this section of clothes because, and it sounds a little vain, but it's like, all right, I'm limited to this section of clothes, but I want to wear this. So I'm just happy that now I have more of a selection of things,
Now, do you think two things can be true at the same time? So do you think you could be body positivity and have a desire to want to be smaller? Because I feel like celebrities like Lizzo and who else, Kelly Clarkson, all these ladies, or I don't know if Kelly Clarkson was talking about body positivity, but you see these celebrities who are like, oh, I'm big, I'm fabulous, and then the next thing you know, they're on a weight loss journey. So do you feel like you can have it both ways?
Mm-mm.
You don't think so? Why not?
No, because I had got to that point too. It was just like I said in my video, like I was trying to do it for the plus size girls, but in the back of my mind too, sometimes I was thinking like, I don't want to be fat. Like I want to lose weight. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah. I don't know. It was just like, all right, you got this thing going on, but then it's like, well, I see her. She look like this is what I want. But so I don't know. I don't really think. I think you can trick your mind to try to be body positive, but then it's like once you get a little older, and some people they don't care. That's the weight that they want to be. They feel like they look best when they have weight on them. It just depends on who you are. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, I was trying to do it for the plus size girls, but in the back of my mind, really like, all right, I feel like I look good, but can I lose some weight? For sure.
Yeah, somebody said Journey to Self said Monique was that way too. That's who I was thinking of in my mind, and I couldn't say it. Monique was another one who used to say that. I think though you can be like so maybe you accept yourself as being bigger, because I'm like you. I've always been confident. I've never been one of those kind of girls that walked into a room and it felt like, not as confident.
Right.
But it's times when I have lost weight that I felt even more confident. And I've never been the one to say, no, I don't want to be slimmer. Like I just, couldn't maintain it when I was slimmer. So I think I realized if I'm going to be, bigger, I'm going to be bigger and fabulous as the bigger
Right.
person.
Right now, you can't tell me nothing. I be in the mirror taking pictures. When I tell you before, I would take my pictures and I would post them, but it's like, all right, I gotta make sure I'm standing this way. Okay, I gotta get this angle. Now, baby, get whatever angle you want to, because the picture gonna look good. So,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. It just,
And I still feel body positivity. I mean, as far as like like I said, if I never lost another pound, I'm gonna be okay with how I look and what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to look fabulous. But do I want to slim down? Of course I do. I think that you have to accept yourself and be positive with yourself like you were for so long I think you don't know better or you don't know how you're gonna feel until you're there. So it's kind of easier to say, like, oh, I'm fine with how I am, but like, honey, let that other side of the life hit you, and because I know what it's like to lose a ton of weight before and then gain it all back. And so, it's a struggle. It's just a struggle.
yeah, just piggybacking off of what you said. I think it's like you said, you don't know better until you really know. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you could try to trick your mind, because I think that's what I was doing. I was trying to trick my mind into like, yeah, I'm gonna do, like, I'm good. But then it's like, when you get on TikTok and you see, not saying that other people's journey is my journey, but it's just like, all right, I see what this medication is doing for other people, and I want a piece of it to see what it's like for me.
I think also you feel better too. I think once
Mm-hmm.
you feel better, you look better, in your
Right.
mind too. You feel better. You're going to walk in with more confidence. You're going to, look better. So how would you describe yourself? Like, what's one word to describe you before Zepbound? Like, how would you describe yourself? Or two
Um,
words or however many words?
Before Zepbound, I don't know. Confident, I guess.
I felt confident. So
Yeah,
now how would you describe yourself?
confident times 10.
So you said confidence times 10.
More like fit. Now I feel like I'm more fit. Like I'm more healthy. Um, yeah.
So how much more weight do you want to lose? So you've lost 90 pounds. Do you have a goal?
Yeah, my goal weight was 180 to 190.
Okay.
Like
And
you
are
said,
you there?
no, I'm at 210 pounds.
Okay. Okay. So you still have some weight to
Mhm.
go. And you think you're going to stop there?
No, probably. I mean, I'm always going to be working out. That's like a thing for me now. So I probably go in between, or like, gain a little bit, lose a little bit. But I want to be at a certain number, 190, and then toggle between that 210, or it just, I don't know. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I really didn't think about that too much, because I don't plan on not taking not taking the medication. I'm definitely going to be taking it next year.
So that's what I was going to say. So do you have a plan? I don't know if you talked to your doctor or just in your mind, like, so how would maintenance look? Because you're close to that, 190, 180. And so are you going to titrate down and then you're going to stay on like a 2.5, or you're going to get off? Like you just said, you probably won't ever get off, or will you?
Yeah, I will, but next year I know for sure I'm still going to be taking it.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm trying to see now, because like I said, I'm on 15, and that's the highest you can go. And I feel like, from experience, after that third month, it's probably going to be like not working anymore. So I think they said the maintenance is 5 through 15. So I don't know, like, if she'll have me to get off of it, take another one. I don't really know how I work, or if I would take it every other week, because I've heard some people do that for maintenance.
So you've been on 15 for 2 months now?
No, I've been on 15 for 3 weeks.
Oh, only 3 weeks.
Oh,
Okay, good. So you
previously, like when I was on the 7.5, I was on that for 2 months. when I went to the 10, I was on that and 12.5 for 3 months. And after that third month, I felt like it wasn't working. I wasn't losing any weight. And I was still doing the same things. So I'm saying is I'm on the 15 now. And because when I was taking that 10 and 12.5 after that third month, it kind of like dwindled away. The same thing could possibly happen on the 15 after that third month. So I don't know if she'll have me to stop taking it and maybe get back on it. I don't really know. Or if I'll be taking it every other week or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to see her I talked to her probably like 2 months ago. So she said we'll have like a 6-month revisit. And then I guess we'll talk about it, like how that maintenance will look for me.
So is that 15 strong? Because I'm always scared of that high dose. Like, is it stronger than the other doses? Do you know, like, this is 15. This is like really taking my appetite suppression and everything away. No? It doesn't?
I feel like they're all, to be honest, I feel like they're all the same.
Do you really?
Yes.
So you didn't notice a difference titrating up, like a stronger feeling of...
When I got on I should have wrote my symptoms down too, like on each one that I took. I can't remember if it was the 10 or the 12.5 that I would get like really bad headaches. And sometimes I would feel a little nausea. It wasn't even like a lot of nausea. It was just like some, but I would get headaches very bad. And I can't remember what dose it was, but those were like the only symptoms that I got. But once I got on the 15, I didn't really have any symptoms. Like, no, the only symptom that's the same for me all the time is the constipation.
And I always hear everybody talks about that. I haven't yet to hear one person who did not say that they weren't experiencing constipation. So that's the only...
That's the only thing that I can say.
And what would you recommend, like, that you take? I know you're not recommending people to take it, but what works for you?
For what? For the constipation?
For the constipation.
I try to do, there are these Benefiber packs that I put like in water, or like if I make a shake or something like that to try to get more fiber. Drinking more water I try to do, but I do that and I still, like, it's still, so I might need some recommendations.
So that's a good idea, putting that Benefiber or whatever the powder is in the shake, because when you put it in water, sometimes it has an aftertaste, or it might taste a little funny.
That one, it's not really too bad. It's unflavored. You can still taste the flavor because I just put the collagen peptides in my smoothie, and it definitely gave it a different texture and everything. So of course you could taste it, but it's not like a horrible taste. So.
One of the other things, and this is probably one of my last things I want to make sure that I bring up that I thought was so cool, is you have like a gratitude jar. I don't know. It's like a jar. Yes. And I have a jar for my daughter, but I don't have one for myself. So I saw that and I thought, this is why I love this girl, my little sister here. So tell us about that.
So I made that self-care jar way before.
Self-care jar, okay.
Yes, I made that self-care jar way before I got on my weight loss journey. And it was because I think I was kind of trying to find myself a little bit. You know, like sometimes when you get in a relationship, you not really lose yourself in a relationship, but it's just like you want to do this with your partner. So it's just sometimes you neglect yourself as far as like getting yourself flowers, going out on a little solo date, and you know, stuff like that. So that kind of was like previously before I started my weight loss journey. But I noticed that I really need it now because I could get so focused and fixated on like just going to the gym and doing my regular routines that sometimes I could still neglect myself because I'm so focused on like, you know, this weight loss journey. So I don't have a specific time that I pull from the self-care jar. It's just like whenever I feel it, or if I feel like I want some flowers, like I go buy some flowers, or like, oh, let me pull from it today. Let's go get some sushi, or let me pull from it today. Let me take a little sit down bath. It's different stuff in there. And sometimes I don't even pull like a task. I'll pull like a quote or something to just give me like a pick me up. You are awesome. You are great. You are worthy. You know, stuff like that. And it could be anything. You can literally write this stuff down in a jar, put it in there, and pull it out whenever you feeling like you want to give up, or whatever the case is. Or if you feeling like, all right, I want to take myself out today, or I want to go buy myself a book from Barnes and Nobles, whatever it is,
All right, so let's look in the chat. Thank you. I love that idea. I'm like, oh, self-care is with me is
I
very
call
much
myself
needed.
the self-proclaimed self-care advocate.
All right, so can you see in the chat? Let's see.
Yes. Okay.
Where do you want to start?
It's an addiction. Yes. Oh, somebody said Miralax and Mirafiber gummies. I do the gummies every day and Miralax once per week. Oh, let me write that down. Miralax once a week and the Mirafiber gummies every day. Okay.
Now I'm moving the comments. Can you see me moving the comments, scrolling?
No.
Oh, you can see yourself. Okay, good.
She said, I prefer Benefiber over Metamucil. Okay. What are you
guys said that? Traces of Twine? Yeah, Traces of Twine said that.
What are you guys using to stream? This is StreamYard. This is what I see on both your channels. Yes, this is StreamYard. She was the mastermind behind this because this is my first time going live.
So this is so funny. When I saw her, I sent an email out. I've been asking some of these other content creators to come and go on live with me because I love to chat. I love biographies. I like to listen to other people's stories. And my big thing is success leaves footprints. And so you have definitely been successful with this. And I just thought it could help so many people. And I'm 52 now. I might not look 52, but I probably appeal to like an older group. But I thought some young people coming across my page, younger people, might really benefit from you and learn from you. And so I just had to have you on here because I just loved your journey and your story. And it reminded me of my younger self too. And actually how I am right now as well. So we thought we were talking back and forth. She emailed me back right away, like, oh, sure. And I thought, does she realize I want her to interview or did she?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. And so then when we clarified that, she picked a day and, we figured it out. But then we could decide if we were going to do, because we thought I was just going to record it because I like to edit myself because I feel like I need to be edited, but maybe I don't. I just feel like
of course not.
Of course, I felt like that. And so then when she wondered if we could put these on both of our channels, the recorded video, I talked to somebody who was, more knowledgeable about this stuff than I am. And they were like, yes, you can, and told us all this. So when we finally met up today, I'm like, girl, do you want to go live? And she's like, I've never been on the live, but I'll do a live. I'm like, let's do it. So I give us a lot of credit because this is my third live and this is your very first live. You would never know it.
Often. I like this.
You like the live? I do too. So we wanted to put it on both of our channels. So somebody asked, how did we do that? I have StreamYard, and literally we just figured this out maybe 15 minutes before we started because we were set up to record and then we just went live. So I love it. So Healthy Spirit Podcast. I see she's on here. I want to get her on the live. Traces with Twine. We're supposed to be doing a live whenever we, schedule that. And then I think Kofia is in here. I don't know if you know who that is. She's a content creator. Kofia Fit at 40. She's also on her journey. So any of those ladies, hopefully I'll be talking to them soon. But subscribe to their channels. I love to see the content creators come on and support each other. And that's so cool. So any other questions? I don't know if we have any other questions.
One of these. Jen F said, I wouldn't necessarily call any of them stronger either. I will be on 12.5 soon, but I did take it once and didn't feel it was stronger than 10. Right.
Well, see, that's disappointing because I'm thinking I'm trying to decide if I'm going to titrate up from 7.5. That's another thing. I've been on 7, like the lower doses. This is my 8th month. So, and I don't know why I often wonder why I'm not losing faster. Well, it's because I'm eating a little bit more. I'm counting those calories. I'm making sure I'm getting the, calories in. I'm not exercising consistently. And when I say that, you made a comment before and you made a great point when you said a lot of times you feel like you have to be doing all these fabulous things at the gym to count it as exercise. Well, I exercise. I'll do like sit-ups, like on my bed. I'll do like leg lifts. So I am doing little things, but I always feel like I need to be like dressed in my outfit. So I did take
let me say this. Get you some cute workout outfits because that's definitely gonna get you more. I got you some cute little workout outfits. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this on today, and I be in the gym. And like I said, when I was doing it before, just walking on a treadmill, 30 minutes, and I'm out of there. Like That's what
And
I was
I have a
doing.
mini little gym at home, but I feel like I need to go somewhere. So I need to get that out of my mind because I did sign up to go to this class and I couldn't go to this week because I had parent teacher conferences. Was this week. So I
Right.
couldn't the class is on the nights that I had the 2 conference nights. So I couldn't do it. But I said, tonight I'm gonna go to sleep in my little gym clothes. So when I get up, it motivates me to, do something. So I am doing a little something, but I feel like I need to be sweating and doing something. I don't necessarily need to be at a gym for that. So I'm glad
Right.
you kind of reinforced that. Like those steps count. Like you say, those little steps count.
I felt like that's when the weight was like melting off. Like when I was walking at a incline on the treadmill, like just doing those 30 minutes, I still saw the weight loss. So you don't have to be, I feel like once you start, like when you want to tone up and when you want to like maybe build more muscle, that's when you can start lifting weights. But cardio is fine. And I also had to do lower impact stuff because I was diagnosed with PCOS. So anything that elevates my cortisol level or stress me out, I'm not gonna see any weight loss. So I was like, all right, let me do something low impact first, to try to get the weight off. So me just walking on the treadmill was fine.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. So do we see any other? I see you, Tia. She said you can work out on Zoom with me every morning. I'm gonna have to do that with you because I need. What time, Tia, do you get up and do it? I wonder if she up super early. Let's see. What somebody else had a comment in here that I went past.
Oh, thank you. You guys are doing great. Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Oh, somebody's new to the channel. Yes,
Hey.
subscribe to my channel too. I'm such a newbie. I'm like one of those people, honey, like I said, it's just so funny how this works because I never wanted to be on camera. And then now I'm doing a live stream. I went from one, I'm like one of those people. I'm all in. If I'm all in, I'm all in. So yeah, thank you to anybody that's on here. Subscribe to both of our channels. You have to follow this lady. I mean, oh my God, I just love watching your videos. I think you're so cool. And I feel like, when you get older, like I feel like I'm a cool older 52-year-old, but then you see like the younger generation and they have the lingo, and I'm just like, I'm so for it. Like that what you call it, micro habits. I'm like, I'm
Yes.
gonna tell my class that I'm gonna use that with my 3rd graders. Like, we gotta establish some micro habits
Micro
in there.
habits. Little habits that you do every day to get you to that end goal. Micro, very small. It don't have to be nothing big. But if you do these habits consistently, you're gonna get somewhere.
Now, do you know offhand the video where you talk about the jar?
I just talked about the self-care jar in my last wellness update video.
Okay, because she has wellness updates. So tell us a little bit about your channel before we leave. So, because it's like a vlog. Like your last video, I think you talked about the fruit cleanse, and we won't tell people what that is, so they can go watch it. The fruit
Okay.
where you ate all the fruit, just fruit for the 3 days, and tell us how that turned out. But so I feel like you have you give Zepbound updates, but your channel is not necessarily built around Zepbound, but it's so many of your healthy lifestyles and your micro habits. Notice I got that in there that it just kind of blends in. So tell us a little bit more about your channel.
Yeah, so my channel isn't specifically about weight loss and a weight loss journey. It's more so of like a lifestyle channel. But I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm doing weight loss. So a lot of people are also interested in what I have to say about my weight loss. So I mostly do vlogs. But on Wednesdays, don't hold me to it because I do them on some Wednesdays. I do like a wellness Wednesday where I'm talking about anything wellness related. So whether that's micro habits to keep you motivated in the gym, anything that's wellness related, I'll post it on a Wednesday. But for the most part, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, wellness, and that's pretty much it. But I felt like a lot of people wanted to know about my weight loss journey because they obviously, if they've been watching my channel from 2021, they've obviously seen a difference. And I'm one of those people that's like, pretty girls don't gatekeep, and I'm not into the gatekeeping. So if you want to know what I did to lose weight, I'm definitely going to tell you so that you can get put on too. Like that's just how I am. I like to, put people on, let them know what's up. I'm an open book. So whatever you want to know, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, very good. Now, how did your friends react to you taking? This question just popped in my mind since
To
you
take
said
it
that.
down.
Yeah, like what did they say? What's their reaction?
They
Your
were happy.
family.
They was happy for me. You know, I ain't really ask them their opinion. Really, they just be like, "You look good." I be like, "Thank you," but I didn't really get their opinion because, to be honest, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. So, however you feel about it, that's how you feel about it.
So nobody said like, why are you taking it? You didn't get those questions, like none of that. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. What about your family?
um, they didn't really say anything about it either. Like, they obviously noticed a difference. Like, "Oh, you look good. That's so good. I'm proud of you," and stuff like that. But it's not like, "Well, what is this medication? Why are you taking it?" I think they know I'm a smart girl, and they trust my judgment. So they don't really
Mhm.
push me too much about stuff like that.
All right, that's so cool. Well, thank you. This is so cool. I'm so excited. I'm glad this was your first live. She's just saying, I'm gonna go live. You know, isn't it funny how you can learn from people no matter how old you are? So we're about a 20-year difference. She's learned something from me today. I've learned something from her today. And I
Yes.
just think it's awesome. And I thank you for agreeing to interview. You could have been like, who is Downsizing Diva? I don't know this lady. And so just the fact that she, you know, I told her I was a subscriber and I was just want to chat with her and she welcomed me right away. And so I really do appreciate that.
I be reading all my emails. I be getting so many, like, people want to not collaborate as far as that, but, "Oh, can you put this on your channel?" And I just be like, you
Like
know,
sponsors or just regular, you know.
they just be clogging up my email. But I be feeling like they be playing too many games. I'm like, I don't have to. We're not doing this. But I definitely read all of my emails. So if you all want to email me, in the bottom of my videos, I always leave my email address. I leave my social medias. If you want to write me on Instagram, get in my DMs. Like I said, I am an open book. So anything that you want to know about weight loss, if you want to learn how to start a YouTube channel, whatever it is that you want to know, like, I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't gatekeep. If you want to know it, I'm going to tell you.
So you're on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is all eyes on underscore GG. That's
And
my
then you're on
Instagram.
TikTok.
My TikTok is GeneiaLaCole, so the same thing as my YouTube. And yeah, my YouTube channel is GeneiaLaCole. I'm not on X, Twitter, Threads, none of that stuff like that. I just use, and I post on TikTok sometimes, but I can't really get into TikTok. I really like to scroll on TikTok. I'll post occasionally, but I feel like with TikTok, they want you to be more niche specific. And like I said, I talk about wellness, I talk about lifestyle, I talk about what outfit I got on, do get ready with me, all of that stuff. So I'm not niche specific, and I feel like TikTok don't really work for me. But I'll post on there occasionally. But
So
other
I
than that,
thought TikTok was like where the younger people, like in their 20s and 30s, like that thought that was the thing. So
yeah,
is it
I can't
fading out?
I can't really get into TikTok.
No, okay. Okay. I'm not on there either, but I thought about getting on Instagram. I'm on X, what do you call it? X now. And
Oh yeah.
I just put my videos up there. I need to go on Instagram, sounds like, just to
Mm-hmm.
kind of get out there. Okay. Well, oh my gosh, you got to get me going because I don't know anything. I'm not like a social media lady at all.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions before we leave?
Right. Yes. Give us some questions. Give us some questions because I like this. I think I'm gonna start going live on my channel. I like to talk. I like to. Yeah. I like to do all of this.
I know, me too. I like to talk. So Tia, I'm definitely gonna try to get in work out with Tia. You guys are Twan, Traces of Twan. She really motivates me. I don't know if you guys see her channel. She puts up shorts a lot. So I don't know if those YouTube shorts. I don't see TikTok, but TikTok, you know, little logo on there. But she's always exercising too. So that really motivates me because I'm like, I need to get my buns moving on like a schedule. Do you have a
Mm-hmm.
schedule to post your videos? Like, are you on a schedule for that?
Yes, I try to at least post every Sunday at 9. So yeah, I pretty much
Sunday at
post
9.
consistently every Sunday at 9. And then occasionally, like if I have something to talk about or if I have a Zepbound update or something like that, I'll post on my Wellness Wednesdays. So there's a whole playlist on my channel for Wellness Wednesdays. Like I said, I talk about different stuff about wellness, how to balance work and wellness, how to balance being a working woman and going to the gym and doing all that stuff. I have a video about that. So anything wellness related, I try to post that on Wednesdays. Um, And yeah, that's pretty much it. But for the most part, I like to vlog. Like I'm really a vlogger, but I'm trying to get into more sit down videos because I feel like it helps me articulate more. Sometimes I have a problem with articulating, but I feel like with doing those sit down videos and talking, I'm getting better with it. So
yeah, you're doing a great job. Do you see any more questions in there? They're what do you call that? Networking in the chat. I love
yes.
it.
Thank you for
I'm trying
welcoming
to
me.
think.
Oh yes, Shelly. She's from where I'm from, and she said I lost 80 pounds. Where are you
Oh
located?
wow.
What state are you in?
You recognize her from your channel?
Yes. What state are you in?
So she's asking Shelly what state.
No. I'm asking.
Oh, me. Oh, my state. Am I here?
State. I think she's
Oh,
in Florida.
okay. I'm in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And I never said, I don't know. Is Kofia on here? I don't know if Kofia is on here. I saw her in the chat, but is she still on here? So anyway, a lot of people always say, like, they call me DD, downsizing diva, the DD. I love that. But my name is Shay. My friends call me Shay. So anybody want to call me Shay, call me Shay. But yeah, I'm in Ohio. So you're in Florida. Were you affected by the hurricane?
No, I'm like an hour away from Miami, so it was more North Florida, like Orlando, Tampa. I'm in West Palm, so um that wasn't. It was like a lot of wind, but I didn't lose any power, none of that stuff. We just got like a lot of winds, and it was a lot of tornadoes that caused damage.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So Shelly Innovative Hands, she has a channel. So we'll have to subscribe to her channel. I'm going to write it down because, you don't see these comments.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I don't like. You don't really see these comments from the live after you upload the video. So I'm going to write her channel down. Shelly Innovative Hands. She said, who's in Florida? I'm in Tampa.
She's in Tampa. Yeah, hopefully you were safe during the hurricane because I saw that the damage that it did, all of the flooding and stuff.
Yeah, Traces of Twine. I know she was in Florida, or she is in Florida, and she experienced a little bit of damage, but I'm sure that was just so scary. So, all right. Anybody else? Traces of Twine, we're glad you're okay. She said, let's show love and support to each other. I try to support as much as I can, but everyone is not like that. Yeah, you do.
Oh, she said, I have family in West Palm. Okay.
Shelly, Innovative Hands. She's 10 subscribers away from 2K. So everybody in here now, it could be people on this live that are just not commenting. Go and subscribe to Shelly Innovative Hands. And so we want to get her to that 2K. I love that.
Shelly Innovative Hands, Traces of Twan's Life, Healthy Spirit Podcast. I'm gonna subscribe to everybody. So if you have a YouTube channel, put it in the comments. And if you have like an Instagram or anything like that, put it in the comments so that we can go ahead and follow everybody.
Now, Traces of Twine said the comments from the live does show up after the live post. I haven't seen it though in my comments. I see it on the video. Well, you don't see it on the video. I have to go check that out because I don't remember seeing that. Mm-hmm. But if they do, because I was like, that's a flaw with YouTube if they're not putting those comments in there.
Yeah.
All right. So don't forget, if you are a content creator, put your channel in the chat. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go back and check, Tia, because I don't know. I don't think I watched my podcast, my live streams back. I've only done 2. But I remember right after I didn't see. So maybe I don't know what happened.
I watch she said late, usually LOL.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Downsizing Diva, you need some moderators. Oh, I do? How do you do that? I don't even know what to do to get a moderator. So what do? You contact the people and say, who can moderate my live?
Oh, like the live, everyone. Yes, like the live.
Oh, yeah, like the live. Try to go to both channels if you can. Mm-hmm. That's what's cool about StreamYard is that you can both, go live at the same time and be on each other's channel, so we didn't have to share the video.
Yes, you have to swipe
Oh, no wonder. Thank you. So she said you have to swipe to the left or right to change the comments from regular to live. No wonder I didn't see those. Okay. Touch their name and it'll say moderator. Okay, I'm about to touch your name. Now this is like, well, I don't see somebody. I don't see how to do that though. Wait. No, I don't see that. Touch their name. Click on our name to change us to mods.
What is a moderator like? What? Oh.
Then add them as a moderator. Wait, okay, I see. I just see something.
You can put the comments up there too.
Yes, okay, look. Oh, I just put that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Bam. Okay, she said I will see the white dot. Do I see a white dot?
Oh, they control the chat. So can they put the comments and everything up there so we can see them and read them and stuff? Oh, they help with the comments. Okay. We got to do this again. We have to come up with something maybe that we can talk about again or something like that and get on live again because I really like this.
Yes, we will. We will. We'll have to think. We can talk about anything. Some of these topics are just, but other people can come on too. So maybe the next time we can, because I can bring up to 10 people.
Oh,
so
yes.
We just need to have
some more people who, on their Zepbound journey and, because like you said, we can learn a lot. Like I said, when I read one of my comments, the girl was like, because I was saying I wasn't losing no weight or something. I forgot what exactly I said. And she was like, have you changed your injection site? And I was like, no. What's your favorite injection site?
My favorite injection site is probably my belly, but I really haven't noticed like anything great going on with the thigh, but it's just easy peasy. You know what I mean? It's like no pain, no nothing. So, and I like that, but I just recently tried my arm and I'm loving the arm. I'm getting appetite suppression again, being on 7.5. So I, did the one arm and then I'm on the other arm. And then Saturday, I'll just go back. I'll keep doing my arm until I move up to 10. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to moving up to 10. I was looking forward to moving up to 10. Now you made me think like, what? But everybody's different. I know. So when I get to 10 though, I feel like I'm going to be doing something. Like I'm doing big things. Because they say like those higher doses are where you lose the weight. Like I guess where I'm at is still maybe considered therapeutic, but most of my weight loss was at 2.5 and 5. I'm not really 5. 2.5.
2.5, I lost 6. I think a lot of people get a little discouraged on 2.5 because they feel like they're not losing no weight. But like they said, it's a building dose to get your body kind of used to it. But I lost 6 pounds on 2.5. The most weight I lost was on 5 milligrams. I lost 15 pounds in a month. So that's the one I wish I would have stayed on. So I feel like it's different from everybody. But I was injected in my stomach. And I noticed like sometimes my stomach feels so bloated, like maybe a day or two after. So I love my thigh. Like my thigh.
Do you really?
Yes. When I tell you my thigh is my jam, like I love my thigh so much. I be trying to switch it up, but I be
like. Well, I feel like once you find something that works, you should stick to it, So that's what I've been doing. I put that link in the chat. So anybody wants to get on here, Traces of Twans Live, you want to get on here. Tia, the Healthy Spirit Podcast, Shelly, you get on here. You only need how many? 10 more subscribers. Yes. We want to see you. Who else is on here? Kofi. I think Kofia is in here. I don't know. Maybe she left. Anybody, you don't have to be a content creator to come on with us. Come on with us.
Stomach girl. Oh, I want to discuss goal weight. Jen F says she wants to discuss goal weight.
Okay. So did you talk about your goal weight? You want her to discuss her? I think she said hers. Didn't you say your goal weight was 180 to 190? Mm-hmm. That's around my goal weight too. I don't know. It's funny because I think, that's not what your BMI tells you. Your doctor probably is telling you like 135 or 130. Now my mom was
in my video as well that they like I've never been.
Oh, she's at work.
I've never been like a small girl. Like I've always had, how they say you big bone, like big bone. That's always been me. And it's just like, I'm never going to be 125 pounds. That's just not, but that's what they say you're supposed to be, 125. I'm never going to be 125. And I don't want to be 125.
Yeah, that's that. You know, those standards are just so yeah, out of. I don't know. I feel like they're out of sort.
Hey y'all.
Tracy, look, Juan, I'm so glad to see you. Oh my
I had to come
goodness.
in here in my office because my husband was in there watching the presidency stuff. So I said to go in here so I can join y'all. Y'all have to excuse my hair. I just braided it down so I can get ready to wash it.
Okay, I know that's right.
No, you look good. So tell us what's going on with you. I know you just posted a video and said you were down 88 pounds. So congratulations.
88.6. Yes.
88.6. Don't you love how we always got to do that point? Like don't leave that point out. 88.6.
I count all my points. I want them all.
That is too funny. Yes.
Like,
Well, you know, I'm so Weight Watchers trained. When I used to go to Weight Watchers, you know, they count those point whatever and they add up. So they'll take you up to the next pound. So I got so used to that. Here, my doctor, I have a newer doctor, and my doctor rounds up. And I'm like, okay, let's round up. But yeah, what are you gonna do? And I still
to see can I connect to my YouTube account on this.
I cannot figure out this my thing. So you have to tell us what's going on with this because I don't see 3 dots. Do you see 3 dots?
So what's gonna happen when you get off after you get off of the live and it uploads and posts to your channel? Then you go to the live, you go to the video, and you will see some of the dots next to comments. And you just move it from left to right. When you move from left to right, it'll change from the regular comments to the live comments.
No, I'm talking about the moderator part. Like that's what I can't quite figure out. And we have Shelly. That's 10 away. Hi, Shelly.
I'm trying
all right, let's add her in there. How you doing? You looking good in that blue.
Yeah.
Hi, yes, I do know you.
So Shelly, I didn't read in the chat because I'm looking at the chat, but I'm also trying to listen to Geneia. Okay, I gotta make sure. Do I say your name correctly, Geneia?
Geneia, yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm so bad with names, even being a teacher. So are you on what GLP medication are you on, Shelly?
I'm actually not on any.
Not on any? Okay. So have you lost 80 pounds?
Oh,
so tell us what you did. Well, besides the obvious.
I walk 2 miles every day.
2 miles, wow.
And what happened was, it was not my intention to lose weight. I actually was fasting with my church for 40 days.
Okay.
And then I was like, what am I going to do? Like, just fast? Let me just start walking. And then I started walking every day. And I would go live on my YouTube channel, and then they started to encourage me, like, "Oh, you encourage us to walk more." So I happened to start to keep on walking, and then the weight just started to melt off. But I started to because I was fasting. I started to do a lot of juicing.
Oh, okay.
So I think that really helped.
Yeah, I like juicing. That juicing helps you. It helps you a lot. It really do.
How long did it take you to lose the 80 pounds?
I think it was like 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
To lose 80 pounds?
Yes. It was just melting off. Like,
you wasn't eating?
No.
She said you.
For the first 2 weeks, I didn't eat anything.
So you just drank the juice?
Yeah, just drinking the juice and walking. And then,
maybe I would have passed out.
Everyone was like, girl, you crazy.
Shelly said, Tia said, Healthy Spirit Podcast says, Shelly is on the Twan weight loss plan because Twan gets those juices too. But are you eating with yours though, Twan? So I said, yeah, I'm eating. I'm
still stuck on the 3 week comment. I'm still stuck on that.
It's a mental thing. I really believe we can do anything we put our mind to.
Yeah. You know, that juicing helps you with constipation too. It really does.
So
You know
I
what I
just
was drinking
did.
a lot of? Prebiotics and probiotics. I think that's what really set the tone.
Yeah. Let me say, because I just did a 3-day fruit cleanse, so I was just only eating fruit. I did do like cucumbers and stuff, like vegetables that are considered fruit, but I can say that when I used the bathroom, it was better. I did some juicing too, like I did a beet juice, and I also did like it had cucumber, it had a whole bunch of stuff in it, celery, lemon and stuff like that. That one was more bitter, but like I said, I can say that I was able to use the bathroom and it was a lot better.
Yeah. So do you ladies have a juicer that you recommend? Like, is there one that works really well?
I got one
from Breville.
It didn't even last 2 weeks.
What did you use?
I got one on Walmart. It did not work.
Do you know the name of it? You know the name brand of it?
I threw it in the trash.
Okay.
I have two.
Let me tell you my juicer. It's by Breville.
Off a TikTok shop. That's pretty good. And they're always promoting that one. It's like $30.
We can just go to the 9 o'clock.
$30. Okay. Wow.
What's their name?
And it works well. It's like okay.
Okay, mine, and it's on sale actually right now on Best Buy for $79.99. It's the Breville Juice Fountain Compact. Why the whole name ain't on here? But it's by Breville, Breville.
Okay, wait. Well, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Spell it one more time. BRE. BRE.
Yeah, it's the Juice Fountain Compact Electric something. It got a whole thing. But if you put
Add Tia.
What happened?
Add Tia. She on the stage. She been.
Oh, okay. Where's Tia?
It's showing that she on the stage. See right there, say she's on the stage. She's on stage. She's waiting for you to let her in.
I don't see her though.
But it's very good. That juicer is very good. It's easy to clean because I know a lot of people have problems with their juicer. It'd be kind of hard to clean it.
Tia, are you trying to get in here? I don't see you on the stage to let you in.
It said she was on the stage. She must be got off it. But it said she was on stage.
No, she says no. I'm not. LOL.
Yeah, you see her comment say on stage.
No.
Yeah. It does say on stage.
Yeah, it says she on stage. Yeah, she must be on those. She must be on those. She clicked it.
She said I'm on my couch chilling.
She must have clicked it and don't realize it. She must have clicked it and don't realize what she did. She on the stage waiting for you to let her in.
Okay, this is my girl, Kofia. Kofia, do you want to come on stage? Now I know you want to come on stage. This girl is making videos faster than we can say her name.
Kofia, no, I'm actually on my computer. Because she said, "Are you on a camera?"
You're very clear. Let me wipe mine.
Oh, it's clear.
Y'all know about me. I'm just a goofball.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of light in here right now. I'm on
Kofi, I'm gonna put the link in there again. Wait, let me see. Let's see. Invite Kofia.
But the best juicers to buy is cold pressed juicers.
Yes, they are, but they're expensive.
The ones that actually would extract the juice from the fruit. But the other ones, you'll be wasting your money because a lot of the juice from the fruit actually stays inside of that blender thing.
I don't know. I have that NutriBullet, and I think it was around $70-some. My daughter actually brought it for my husband because he don't really eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and that's the way we were able to get him too. And they have it on Amazon for like $70-some. But my daughter, she does have a channel. She's now starting to get into health and stuff, but she first started off with like beauty, travel, and stuff like that. She's been on YouTube for a while.
What's her channel?
The Key Is Me.
Okay.
She's a big YouTuber. She has like over 100,000 subscribers. So
Is
she's
the
really
key
big.
is me like Key?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the juicer that she has, it's like over
A hundred and something.
$600 or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like $500-600.
Cold press
But
juices
you can
are
drop whole fruits and stuff in it. It's in
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's cold press.
It's, yeah,
They
and
comes on. They comes on like actual
One day,
juice.
not
Nothing
now.
is left.
You can actually try yours.
mm-hmm. It's like nothing. Because like with the one that we have, like I say, it's like 70 some dollars. But sometimes like when I make the juice with the celery, I get like those strings and stuff in it sometimes. But when she make juice, it looks like the juice you buy at the store. It
That's
looks
how
so
Yeah, that's
perfect.
how mine is. I have that Breville one. It's not a cold press juicer, but it get the job done.
Yeah, yeah, that's like that NutriBullet. It does that too, but that celery, I noticed, that you have little bits and pieces of it in there.
Yeah.
So the string, is it the string too that could get in there?
Did your daughter go to FAMU?
Yes.
I know your daughter. I've graduated from FAMU.
Oh wow.
She ran for some kind of
She was queen of Orange and Green.
green.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was campus queen. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Yes.
nice.
It's so
yeah.
funny.
That is so cute. Queen of Orange and Green.
Yes.
It's her cap.
So
Oh wait,
Kophia has joined us. Oh my
This
goodness.
her cap right here.
Oh,
You
let's
can
see. The
hear
key
me.
is oh, that's cute.
Oh, fam, you cap.
I know that's right.
Wow,
What's
that
up,
is so
y'all?
cool. It's
Yeah,
a small
she
world.
be so involved in all that family stuff. She live in Atlanta now. She moved from Tampa to Atlanta. She been there over a year now, about a year and a half. She love it too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Yeah,
So cool.
she's a full-time content creator. Kiana has her degree in health information management, her bachelor's degree, but she quit her job working for the VA to be full-time content creator.
Yeah, that's what's
Oh
up.
wow.
That's really dope.
I looked at her. I went
Yeah,
to her channel.
yeah,
She's doing a great job too.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
She is. All right, Kophia
So
has
who is
joined
joining us,
us.
Sophia? Okay,
Hi,
hi,
Co-
Hey.
You know, Kophia had this topic. Would you lose weight for a man? I don't know if I'm saying it, giving it justice,
Sophia.
but
No.
I listened to that and I said, now you didn't spoke a word, Kophia.
No, ma'am.
Who on first?
Controversial. It's
Let
controversial. I
Kophia go
know.
first. Kophia, tell us, because you had a part two kind of to it too. That wasn't just that one video.
Oh, I gotta check her out.
I say yes, I would because not like just any man, but specifically for the man God has for me. I know what kind of man I'm attracted to, and the type of man that I'm attracted to. I feel like God convicted me, and He said, "Would He be attracted to you?" And I was like, I mean, I know my character, my personality, yes, but one of the traits that I wanted or that I desire is I want to be able to look at him and say he cares about his health. And so I want to be able to be the type of person that I want to attract. So that's why I said yes, I would lose weight for a man because that's what I'm doing it for.
No, that's what you're losing weight. You're losing weight to attract that man.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Oh, now that's a controversial statement.
I know everybody was like, well, wait a minute.
Well, what do you
So,
ladies think about that?
are you on a GLP-1 medication? Yes or no?
I'm on the compound for I'm on the compound. So I weighed in on Friday. No, last Wednesday. This past Wednesday was my 11 weeks and I am down 31 and a half pounds.
Okay.
Now let me just tell you something. Right now I am 305. I weigh 305 pounds. I start off at 394.4. Now let me just back up. When me and my husband met, I was a little over, I think it was like 315 or something. And then I started losing weight and I got down, I believe, to like 285-ish or something by the time we got married.
Mm-hmm.
My husband has never dated anyone heavyset before. He had never. I was the first. So I guess I'm sharing this to share with you what God has for you is for you. And if you are heavy, if that man loves you, if God chooses you for him, he'll look beyond the fact that you're heavy. You're quote unquote pleasantly plumped. He will look beyond that. He will look beyond that.
I think that is I think that that can be true. Um, but I don't know if it necessarily like applies to my specific situation. I'm not saying he's not going to look past it. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's more so I'm like I have decided I am not going to look past someone who doesn't take care of their health. And they can be on a health journey.
And so wait, let's stop. So why did you decide that? Like why did you say that to yourself?
That I want somebody that I can look at and say they care about their health.
Right. Like why did you say like I'm only going to pursue or date someone that is taking care of their body? That you can see.
I think it was more like I've been on so I guess the other side of this is I help women heal and thrive emotionally after divorce. So I've coached other women and I've gone through my own transformation and got really clear on like who I am, like who God called me to be, like those character things and what I like, what I desire in a person. And I feel like the things that I desire in a person has changed over time. So I think it's just more so getting in touch with things that for me, like, and I'm not saying this is like a one size, this is for everybody, right? Everybody has their own preference and their own things that they would say are non-negotiable things or things that they would say, okay, I can work with that. And so I've I've identified that for myself and I have said, okay, I think more, I know the other thing that plays a part in that is like I'm getting older, right? And so if health is not something that is important to you now, then that is an additional responsibility that I'm going to have to carry as your wife. And so like I think considering how a person values taking care of their physical body, I think is huge. It's almost as important as taking care and managing their money. It's as important as, you know, their relationship, for me, their relationship with God. And so I think just identifying things that I want to deal with that I think that I can handle based on, you know, my makeup and just things that I desire, I made that decision.
But what if God put that special person in your place just for you to help coach them along and bring them to that wellness place where they need to be?
That's possible.
I mean, it is. It's totally possible. I'm not saying I'm turned off to it, but I would be able to see because like okay, so a person who is on a health journey is a different kind of person who is not on a health journey, right? Their focus is
Mm-hmm.
different, their awareness is different. They're,
Mm-hmm.
you know, most people have to be ready to change. And so you can tell by conversations, right? The first couple conversations where they are and if they are open to being coached. Like, you know, it comes naturally for me to coach other people. So I can tell if that's a desire and I'm open to it, but there's a mindset that goes along with a person who's on a health journey and takes care of their health and kind of makes it a priority. So I'm not saying no, but I understand like I'm not pulling somebody, right? One of the things I say is if I have to drag you in, I'm gonna have to drag you around. And so I'm not dragging nobody. Like,
Right,
you know, if we
right.
want to walk together, you know, we can do that. We can encourage each other in the areas that, you know, that we need encouragement. But that's different than, okay, I'm going to get with you and I'm going to help you change, but you don't really want to change.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anybody else want to speak on that?
That's true, Tia. That is so true. That's why I asked her that question. Because God definitely gave me what I was looking for. My husband was so opposite in so many different ways of what I was praying and asking God for.
And I've seen it both ways. I've seen it where people pray and get like exactly what they want. I've seen people pray and they get the total opposite. You know, and I mean,
But it was definitely the right person. It was what I needed.
Yeah. And I think that goes along with it. you know, like being involved with your husband, you're like, okay, he's what I need. And I think I would have that same sense, right? Okay, well, he is.
Well, I was just making sure. That's why I asked you because you know, being on social media, you know, we see all types of things. You know, we hear people say all different types of things, and there's a lot of negativity out there from men, you know, about plus size women. You hear it all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there sometimes I be saying, well, you know, how you know us plus size women even want you? You know.
Yeah.
You know, they always, you got something to say. How you know we want you? You know,
Right.
You know.
Genea, what were you thinking, Genea? Because when she said that, you were like, "Who gonna start? Who is starting the conversation?"
I'm not losing weight for no man.
I'm not.
I'm losing weight for myself. So either you gonna get with it or you gonna get lost.
Now, did you have the same boyfriend that you have now before you lost the weight?
Yep.
Okay. And what has he said about your journey?
I mean, he on whatever I'm on, pretty much.
Okay.
He happy with the weight loss because he know it makes me happy. But he gonna love me regardless if I'm 300 pounds or if I'm 210 pounds. You know.
Now, is he working out and fit? Because one thing we didn't say here is you realize, because most people in my family are thin. I'm the biggest one, and I'm probably healthier than some of those people. So you don't necessarily have to be, when you're thin, what you see is thin. That doesn't mean thin doesn't always mean healthy.
Right.
So I guess I'm wondering. So is your husband? I mean, your boyfriend, is he on a fitness journey like you, or does he work out?
He's not heavy. He's not on a fitness journey, but I mean, you know, he works, so he's active, but he's not actively like in the gym every day with me. But we have seen weight loss with him as well because I think it was more so the things that I was cooking that he was eating as well. So when I was heavy, he was heavy. I'm losing weight. He's losing weight because of the things that we're eating now. So,
all right, that's so cool.
I feel like
he's like on the journey without officially being on the journey.
Right. He done lost like 40 pounds. Like he done lost like 40 pounds off of just like what we eat. I was cooking crazy stuff. Like, you know, it's all in what you eat. But once I started meal prepping, he gonna eat what I eat. I eat ideal nutrition. He's gonna eat that too. So,
yeah. So Shelly, what about you? What do you think about that? Did you lose weight for the man? No.
I do everything from me. Only
okay.
For me. And you have to accept me the way I am, because I feel like if anything you do for someone else, it's gonna always be pressure on you. Do this person love me? How much more I need to lose? Nah, like that's too much pressure. We don't need that kind of pressure.
Is that more so like when you're in a relationship with somebody, like is that the dynamic? Because like I think it's more so like attraction, right? Like we have to be honest. Like I don't hear a lot of people be honest about attraction and how attraction is really, I mean, like that's the first thing you see in a person, right? And for some women, and I think I can play a part in that. Like for some women, you know, once you get to know a person, it can make a person more attractive. But initially it's like that first, like, you know, those first interactions, your appearance is literally a part of one of the things that for men, like they get attracted, they see with their eyes. That's a major thing. And I'm not saying that it has to be a certain body type or body size, but I'm saying the outward of what we present to a person plays a part in like the passion, the intimacy, right? We have to be honest about what is attractive to us and how we maintain that over time, and making sure that, you know, we keep that connection and being honest. You know, I even when I get in, like even my ex-husband, it's like I didn't have conversations with him at the beginning about like appearance. right? And so now I know I want to have conversations about, okay, so if we are both, like, we met each other at this, right? Now, over time, if things happen, like, are we going to pull each other's coattail, if you will, if we kind of get outside of that as far as things that we can control?
Okay, wait, let me stop you because I want to clarify this. So when you say we didn't have discussions about appearance, like what do you mean by that? So what do you mean? Like, so when you first meet somebody, that's gonna be, and you're at dinner, your conversation, you felt like it should have been like, what are our expectations of appearance?
Not like when you first meet someone, but like after you have made a connection with that person, you guys have decided, okay, we're gonna be committed to one another. Maybe y'all get to a place where y'all engaged and about to be married. Like, are we having conversations around our health, our appearance? Same thing, like with how we spend our money. The values that are important to me. I'm not saying it applies to everybody, but I'm saying these things are important to me. I'm having conversations with that person to make sure that we are on the same page, or we kind of have a game plan for how we will address situations and conflict in our relationship going forward, throughout the time together.
So with your ex-husband, that came up that was a thing that came between you two, the appearance thing?
No, it didn't.
Okay. Yes.
Something. To be honest, I do understand everything that you're saying. And we all have our opinions, but I truly feel like no one should never lose weight because of someone else. Why? Because in relationships, you're gonna always gain weight, which is called happy weight. Then you're gonna get stressed, and then you're gonna lose weight. So you definitely have to really do it for yourself and for your mental sake and for your health, because life happens.
Not even that.
I appreciate your opinion.
I also feel like
go ahead. Right now, because you could be on a healthy journey. Go ahead, Geneia.
Oh no, I was gonna say I also feel like everybody is attractive to somebody. Like, I can say, okay, I'm attracted to you because I feel like you got a pretty face. It's not about the outward, like it's not about my body. Like when my boyfriend was like, okay, you a pretty girl. It's not always about like, oh, you heavy. Everybody is attracted to somebody. I was reading this book and it was saying like, you gotta be kind of like what you're saying, you gotta be physically fit in order to attract a certain kind of man or a certain kind of person. But we can't always say that because you don't know what a person is attracted to. It could be $1 billion guy that loves big women. You get what I'm trying to say? It's just like everybody, there's somebody for everybody. Like it's just not like, okay, I'm with you. Like, I don't know. I guess it's just different for everybody. For me, I'm not going to walk up to somebody and say, oh, I feel like it's more intellect. Like we got to have a good intellectual conversation. It's not always about appearance. Because guess what? 5 years from now, I could look like this, or I could look like this. And then 5 years from now, I could look like a totally different person. And then what they're going to cheat and go with somebody else. You weren't for me to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that they have to, like, what I'm saying is I am looking for someone who I can look at and tell they take care of their health. That doesn't necessarily mean like they got to have a 6-pack or, they have to be certain, like, I'm not saying there's a certain size. I'm just saying that health needs to be important. And
let me ask you this. So like she was saying, you can be 110 pounds and be unhealthy. So what is it that you're going to be looking for to know that they're healthy? Because is it the way, how much they weigh? Is it like, what are you going to be looking for to know that they're healthy? Because they can be thin and not take care of their health. They can eat Burger King and McDonald's every day, but their metabolism may be a little faster than mine.
Yeah. Like I said before, it is a mindset that a person has. So initially, it's going to have to be some type of physical attraction. So it's not going to be somebody who doesn't look physically healthy, right? What is physically healthy? A person who like either is at a healthy range for their height, right? So they're proportioned as it relates to height and weight. And after having conversations with them, I'll have a good gauge of what's important and what's not. Like I can ask you what you do all day and determine, okay, well, we know what is important to you. I can look at your bank statements. We can talk about, how you spend your money. I can tell what's important to you based on the things that they answer, based on, how they show up, based on what they do every single day. Like a person's routine will give it away.
So you can physically be attracted to them, but once you all have conversations and they say, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I make my own money, but I just want to sit on the couch and I don't know what people, you get what I'm trying to say? But they can say, oh, they can be physically attracted, like you can be physically attracted to them. Everything aligns, but they say, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to be physically fit, healthy, whatever, but my physique is that I'm healthy. Would you date somebody like that?
If their physical health is important, it's going to show in what they do every day. So are they taking time to do things every day? Do they have, I think you called it microhabits. Have they built microhabits in their life to show that their health is important? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and I've dated men who look good on paper and physically they were good. Even healthy, they were good. But as far as character, it wasn't. So yes, if it doesn't fit, it makes me think of OJ. If the gloves don't fit, you gotta quit.
I was just thinking the same thing.
So Tia said, what if they are perfectly healthy?
Well, that would be perfectly healthy. Oh, perfectly healthy, then diagnosed.
And then they got diagnosed with cancer.
Different, right? That's totally different.
You ain't coming in and they already got the cancer, basically.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, I don't know. It would vary. Like, I'm not saying, oh, you have a terminal illness, and so that's no. But I'm saying, what does your lifestyle look like? What is your lifestyle like? That is important to me. And I think it's the same as any other standard that anybody has, right? It just looks different because mine is probably not as spoken out loud. I think there are people who agree, but it's just it's hard to put into words. And people at first value, they're like, oh, well, here's the thing though. People think, no, I don't want to judge someone based on how they look, because most of the time we don't want to be judged based on how we look. And I think when we get that part together and we kind of understand, like, and we're good with how we are and how much responsibility we take for our appearance, then we're okay kind of assessing other people that way.
Jen F says, I'm behind, but modern men use their eyes first due to social media, so physical looks matter. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it matters to people.
They definitely matter. And I think a lot of people in the church, I'm a church girl, and we downplay physical attraction. Like, we downplay. We like, oh, he gotta be a man of God. Okay, but there's so many other things besides him being a man of God that matter. Like, God is not going to put you with somebody who is not compatible with, that you can't love fully, right? We keep saying, like, don't do this for other people, but I'm picking someone that I want, which ultimately is for me. Like, I'm getting healthy because I want to be the type of person that I desire. So that ultimately for me is, I'm doing it for myself.
You basically want to be equally yoked with that person.
As it relates to health. Exactly.
I like how you said that. I like how you said that versus I'm losing weight for a man.
Right. Yeah, that sounded better.
That sounded so much better. Because to be honest with you, I'm sitting here saying, wow, let me just pray for this girl's self-esteem. That's what I've been sitting here quiet and looking the whole time. I'm like, Somebody don't hurt her. Somebody don't tell her, I want you to move, but you fat. They don't want to got this beauty queen, this dime piece or something. So that's why she's thinking this.
No.
So now this makes a little bit more.
Eventually
Yeah.
she explained it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the mentality is.
It's
I
a
think
mindset.
Tia said that earlier. The mentality is what you're looking for because you're on this journey. Let's say something happened where you
Stay
sprained
there.
your ankle, or you know you couldn't work out. You know, and you met this guy, and he had the same thing. You know, health. You know, he's a workout buff. He wants to work out. He's all into it. And for whatever reason, you can't do that. It has to be. That's what I guess what we're all saying. It has to be that we agree that initial attraction is what gets you, but what keeps you is the intelligence, the morals. How else? What other ways are you equally yoked? I guess that's what, to me, that's what's going to stand long term, because the looks fade. You know, we all know that, and you can be in the gym one day and the next day you can't be in it for whatever reason. You break your leg. You know, you can't get there. So then you meet this man and you put on the pounds. Then what? Because you're not working out like you can work out. So it has to be something else, I guess. But I do get what you're saying with mentality.
And I think it's more so, even if this is a lifestyle for me, like, and my health is important, even if I'm unable to move my body, there are some habits that I'm still using, and there's some things that I'm still doing to get back to or maintain or what have you. Like, it's the mindset doesn't go away. It just deals with it differently. Like, just, so yeah, like, if something happened and I can't work out, then it doesn't steal the mindset that I have as far as health being important to me. I'm gonna figure out a way to monitor what goes in. Like, if that's, like, I feel like you get to a place where it becomes a part of who you are, and the old person, you can't relate anymore.
Yeah, lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree. So tell us about your channel. I know you have your first channel. This is like your second channel. So you've lost 30 pounds in 11 weeks. So what are you doing? I know you exercise. So how often are you in this gym? Like, I would love to know that.
I am doing the workouts on YouTube from Simply Taisha said it. I started following everybody that do GLP-1. So I do a lift with C 3 days a week, and it's like 30 minutes. And then I just
What is it called?
Lift with C.
Oh, Lift with C. Okay.
Lift with C. And so she's a cute little white lady with gray hair. And
well, wait a minute. She changed her hair from gray to she has on a blonde wig now. She said people thought she was old doing all that working out.
Because people were thinking that because she has gray hair, it's for old people, and it's not. Like, it's gonna be like, you thought it was gonna be a little bit not as intense. I mean, I don't feel like it's intense, but she lifts heavy weights. So I do that 3 days a week. And then I just walk in the morning. I try to get the majority of my steps before I start my day. And that, I mean, as far as physical stuff, that's it.
And so what are you eating? What are you eating, and how much are you eating? Because you lost 30 pounds and that's less than what, 3 months? 2 months? Yeah, 3 months.
It'll be 12 weeks next Wednesday. I really I mean, it sounds crazy, but I actually just do what we all knew how to do, before we got the help, right? And so, in the morning I do a protein coffee, and that's like 30 grams of protein with some instant coffee, and that keeps me full. For lunch, I'll do.
Wait, so when you say a protein coffee, you're putting all that so you put a whole bottle of your protein shake or whatever you take in the coffee?
No, it's like 11 ounces in the bottle, so I use half of it in one day. So I measure it out, like 5.5 things, ounces of the protein shake, the cookies and cream or birthday cake, and then a scoop of instant coffee by Folgers, and then I fill the rest of the cup up with water so it's not so thick.
Okay.
So I do that in the morning, and then for lunch I'll try to find like some protein. So like they have these hamburger patties, and they're like 320 calories and a bunch of protein. So I'll make taco meat from that, and then I'll put it with some type of vegetable. So like a salad or like a big salad or some mixed vegetables or something like that. And then for dinner, I'll have like some chicken nuggets, but it's like the Just Bear chicken nuggets that are fire. Oh my God, they're so
You
good.
get those from Costco?
Oh, they are so good. And then they have the spicy nuggets, either one of those in the air fryer. And I measure everything now. I have
So it
a
sounds
food
like
scale.
you're cutting carbs. You don't really eat carbs then?
I kind of played around with it for the first couple weeks and tried, because I weigh myself every day. And I noticed that when I eat more carbs, it was like I wasn't going down as much. I didn't feel as much energy. So I really don't. I don't really crave it anymore. So I don't necessarily say I don't eat carbs, but it's just very
little or rare.
little. Yeah, it's very, like, I add like a half a tortilla when I had some taco meat, maybe like in the last week. But I think the longer that I don't do it, I feel like I don't really need it, you know? And even when I try to eat sweets and stuff, it seems like my taste buds have changed, where it's like super sweet. So it doesn't taste, it's not as satisfying.
So when you so what is your goal? Like so what's your weight? What's your goal?
So I think I weighed in on my thing at like 217, and I want to get under 200 and then kind of see. I'm not really sure. I said 165-ish, but I'm gaining muscle. So I need to see kind of what size I am. And then once I get under 200, I guess really don't have a one. Once I just kind of see where I like my clothes and I like the way because I really want to look good naked. So once I start to see a little bit more of that, like a little bit more definition in the arms or whatever and the legs, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good here. A little less fupa.
Because I've reduced carbs, but I try to stay under 100, but I don't cut out any food group because I feel like when I get down to where I want to get to, I want to be able to maintain it. So when you get down to this 160, you don't see yourself eating carbs?
Not necessarily. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm trying to develop habits that I can do long term. And just focusing on the protein is kind of like my main thing. I feel fuller. I don't snack. And I feel like I can do that long term. So I'm not necessarily focused on not having carbs.
But just the fact that whatever you're doing is working now, so you're going to keep that going.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Because I've always looked at it like, okay, I'm gonna do this for a certain amount of time and it'd be real intense. This does not seem or feel intense to me. It just feels really easy.
So do you think that's because of the medication, or do you think that we know it's a tool, but so do you have appetite suppression? Is that really strong? Is the food noise there at all?
I don't know if I have appetite suppression, because I do feel like when I'm hungry, I feel like, because right now I'm splitting my dose, so I take 2.5 and then 2.5.
So do you do it every week? How do you do that?
Every 3.5 days. So like,
got it. Okay.
Yeah. So like Wednesday and then Sunday. Wednesday night and Sunday morning.
Okay. So have you noticed the difference since you split the dose versus taking it all at once?
No, not really. I mean, I didn't really feel like it weaned off, but I don't know. I don't know if I have done it long enough to really kind of notice a difference yet.
Okay.
What dose? You said you're on the 7.5. You're on the 2.5, and then Tracy and Twan's like, what dose are you on?
I'm on Wegovy. I'm on a totally different medication too, but I'm on the highest one.
Oh, okay.
2.4.
Is that the semaglutide? Would that be the version of semaglutide? Oh, okay.
Yeah, semaglutide.
I heard you.
So it's not as strong. It's not as strong as Zepbound. I want to get on the Zepbound, but I didn't want to pay the money, that kind of money for the Zepbound.
So your insurance covers the Wegovy?
I got approval for the Zepbound, but however, my insurance company want me to pay $600 and some a month copay, and then with the discount card, it went down to $453, I believe. I still didn't want to pay that, so I just stayed on the Wegovy, and that's why I take a half a tablet of phentermine a few days a week, kind of help me with it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about switching insurance companies. Open enrollment next month to get on the Zepbound. But my daughters, they're like, no, mom, just stay on what you're on. We don't want you on all these different medicines. You're doing fine. You still losing. You know, they was like, no, don't do all that. Just do what you're doing. It's better to lose it slow.
Well,
So
what make
I
you
don't
want to
know.
switch?
My doctor wanted me to switch because after about 9 months of being on Wegovy, she noticed that my weight loss had slowed down a lot, and she was saying that I eat a lot more than her or the other patients, and I work out way too much. She was like, you know, if you were on the Zepbound with the way you work out, you would have lost so much weight. Because I work out a lot. At that time, I was working out a lot. I slowed down a little bit with my workout. I was walking 5 to 6 days a week, 4 miles in the morning prior to work. So it would be like
Oh
an
my
hour to 20 minutes max in the mornings before I work. And then I would go like to boot camp or either a gym like 3 days a week. And she was like, that's just so much what you're doing. My minimum step goal was 12,000. Some days I would get, it was enough for me to get 15,000 steps a day. Except for
Oh my
Sunday. Sunday,
goodness.
my rest day. I don't care about steps or anything on Sundays. And she was
So
just like,
then you
you
say
just,
that did something to your knees?
well, no, what happened with my knee was at boot camp, we were doing some things where they had us kept getting up and down on the ground and doing stuff. And later that night, when I come home, I took a shower, I ate dinner and everything, just relaxing. I went to go use the restroom and couldn't get up off the toilet. My leg was hurting so bad. So
Oh,
yeah, make a long story short, I went to a physical medicine doctor and they did x-rays and everything. They told me that I needed to stop. They was like, you know, you're not a spring chicken, you know, you need to quit that boot camp for them young 20-year-olds. And I was like, okay. But yeah, and they told me that the boot camp really wasn't the main issue. My main issue is that I had developed arthritis in both of my knees, but more on my right side, being that I'm right-handed. That's my dominant knee, so I was putting more pressure on the right side of my body than the left side. And because of me starting off at 390 some pounds and I'm walking outside on that heavy, you
on
know,
the concrete.
pavement,
Uh-huh.
all of that stress and pressure on my joints is
Mm.
what caused the arthritis to build up in my knee.
What is arthritis? Is that like inflammation in your joints, or is it what? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like inflammation, and you get pain, a lot of pain and stuff with it. So
Wow.
yeah, and so they told me I should be walking more than 2 miles. So I started doing 2 miles. I felt like I wasn't doing anything. And then the physical therapist told me that it was okay after I worked with them for a while. Go ahead. You can do at least 3 miles, and that's it. Do not do more than 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So now, since I have a Peloton bicycle, I go outside and walk maybe twice a week now. But this week, I walked the whole week, Monday through Friday. I went outside and walked because I really didn't get on the Peloton much last week because we didn't have any Wi-Fi due to the hurricane. So I was walking.
Now, you
But
gotta
I
give
will start. I will start by Monday.
you gotta give me your Peloton name, because when I tell you my Peloton sitting in that room and it's like a closed rack, I've had that Peloton because
Is it a treadmill?
No, I have the bicycle.
it's like a
Well,
stationary.
can I link up with you too? Because I have the treadmill. Can we still link up?
It's like a
Okay,
cycle
yeah.
bike.
Okay.
Because I was going to get weight loss surgery before I tried anything, and I was like, I need something that I can ride on. And I've had that thing for some years and I don't get on it, but I had like an accountability partner who was getting on it with me. So we would get on it in the morning and she would pick the classes. Then she stopped getting on it. And so I don't need to be getting on it no more. And I was going to sell it, but then I'm like, I don't want to give my bike away because people ain't trying to pay for the bike. So I'm like, I'm going to just keep it, but I need to get on it.
And you work out at 5:30 in the mornings?
Yes, I work out early in the morning. I just like going to the gym in the morning because at my apartment complex, I feel like when I go in the afternoon, it just be too many kids in there playing on a treadmill. I want to get in there and get it done and leave it at that.
Yeah, that's why I don't like gyms. They play around too much. You have to wait on them. They be sitting up there with the cell phone in their hand. Just, I'm like, do it and get on off. Okay.
That's what's going on at my gym. So when I go in the morning, when I go early in the morning, it be a few people in there, but they be in there working. So I'm like, yeah, they probably doing the same thing I'm doing. Got to get in here before work. And I also feel better when I work out in the morning. Mm-hmm. It get me up and it get me going. So like I'm able to, get ready for work, have a good day at work instead of working out in the daytime. I don't know. It just, I feel better.
You get more energy. More energy. Yeah, people always ask me, Twan, where do you get your energy from? Y'all just don't know. Sometimes I be tired when I wake up in the morning. But once I get on that bicycle, either get to walking, it be like, it just come out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Like after about 5 minutes, I be gone. Don't forget all about it. I was tired and thinking,
exactly.
Should I do it or should I not do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I also be doing, I also do Pilates too. So I like my Pilates and stuff like that. I feel like that helped me more with like my form and with stretching and all of that stuff too. It's a different kind of, because I do lift. I have, like I said before, I do this app called Trainwell where I have like a virtual trainer. So when I was in the gym before, I really didn't know what I was doing. I knew I wanted to kind of like, lose my back fat and stuff like that. So I was lifting, but I didn't know how many reps I needed to do, how many sets and all of that stuff. So he kind of helped me with that. But like I was telling her before, I was literally just walking on a treadmill for 30 minutes every day at an incline, and my weight was melting off like that too.
That incline will get you. That incline makes a huge difference. Like in
I feel like
burning extra calories.
As well. You don't have to do all of these extremely lifting and all that stuff. As long as you're moving your body, you good. As long as you're doing something to get your body moving.
So Shelly, did you have energy to work out when you were just juicing for the 3 weeks? You did? So you worked out too?
I worked out at the ending of the 40 days fast.
Okay. That is wild.
And guess what? I was working out
twice a day? Well, you were getting your energy from God, because if you were fasting, you were praying. If it was,
she was eating up all her muscles. Her body was just eating up all her muscles in her body.
Oh my God!
All her muscles and all that.
Some morning, eating up all her muscles. And then in the night when I get off, because I get up at 11, so I'll be in the gym by 11, 10, 11, 15, depending on how fast I give my report, because the gym is like 5 minutes away from my job. And then I would be in the gym for like 2 hours. So I would leave the gym sometimes 1:30, 2 in the morning.
So did your skin stay tight?
Yeah. My skin was better. Like now it's breaking out again. I'm like, I need to go on a fasting.
I bet your skin was so pretty too when you was eating all that, doing all that juice. Pretty. Oh my goodness.
I see the difference too, just from 3 days.
You know what I like most about it? I normally have like bad crumbs when I'm on my smooth sailing. I did beets with ginger and a little bit of lime. Oh, lifesaver. If you have
beets with a little lime.
Yeah, just try that.
Ginger.
I had no tight crumbs.
Where are y'all from? Y'all have accents.
She does that.
She's from where are you from? Islands.
Haiti.
Haiti.
Oh.
I always get that. You speak with an accent.
You sound like you have. I don't know why I always thought you was Bahamian. Like you have like that Bahamian twang too for some reason to me. Like a Bahamian. Yeah, like a Bahamian accent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
So Twan, what is your goal weight? Do you have a goal weight that you're trying to get to?
I don't want to set a goal weight. I just want to first get out of 300. Which which I'm almost there, 5 pounds. I want to first get out of that, and then I'll kind of see, once I go. My doctor already told me I'll never see 165 pounds because I have so much muscle. I have so much muscle and bone mass. She said I never see
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So it ain't so much of, her saying I can't do it. I have so much muscle. Like, everybody go to different types of places to pay for those in-body scans, but my weight loss doctor does it every visit. And it shows my muscle mass and everything. And that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of happy about staying on Wegovy, because I barely lost muscle mass. And it's been over a year and a half since I've been on it. A lot of people lose a lot of muscle. That's why you see people, they face all down and they call them the Ozempic face and the Ozempic booty, because they losing all their muscle mass. But I'm not, I guess, because I eat a lot of protein. But she did tell me I can afford to lose some muscle because I got all the muscle mass in my body. And I just think the reason I have so much muscle mass is from honestly, my dad was a professional bodybuilder. So we always ate healthy, coming up, in the house with him. I think for me, I've always kind of worked out and kind of, did things. And I guess, to be honest with you, I do have high blood pressure, but that's hereditary. It runs in my family. But other than that, most people that have been my size, they have cholesterol issues, they're diabetic, all that. I have nothing but high blood pressure. I've
That was
always ate healthy. I guess I just consume too much.
Mhm.
I'm 5'4", Tia, 5'4".
You
So
seem
yeah,
more. You seem taller
Is
in your
that
video.
butterfly on your shirt?
yes,
Oh, I love butterflies.
I do too. I love butterflies.
So let me ask you, ladies, and then this is kind of a question for Shelly. I feel like there's like a split. This is one lady, I can't think of her channel name, but I remember going on there and seeing her, and she talked about how she lost this weight healthy, and she was holding up her stomach because she had all this hanging skin, and she was holding up her stomach and saying, "This is natural weight loss, and this is, people are taking those GLP-1s, this is natural." And so I felt like it was like divisive, like, like a them against us, the natural versus the using the GLP-1. And since you have not used the GLP-1, Shelly, how do you feel about that? Because you were following Genia, and she's using the GLP-1. So how do you feel about that?
Me, personally, I feel like whatever works best for you, because everyone is different. Everyone's body is different. And to be honest, like Twain said her doctor, Twan, said that her doctor said that she'll never get out 100, which is the case of a lot of people. You would work out and never lose any weight because you need more than working out. You probably need a nutritionist. So, I mean, me personally, I don't have a problem with no one that goes that route because they first had to consult some sort of medical personnel who advised them that this would probably be the best way for them.
Were y'all opposed to it? I was opposed to it at first. Like,
Never.
I think, yeah, no.
Why were you?
I think I felt like I wanted to do it, like, there was just something I felt like it was more noble, like, it's more noble to lose weight. Like, yeah. And, but I think when I dug a little deeper, Holy Spirit will reveal some stuff to you. But it was more so like not asking for help. And he had to show me, because of my desire to like do it on my own and not really rely on help, and a part of that just comes from just not feeling like you can lean on other people, and people let you down. And so as he began to heal that part of me, it was like, it's okay to ask for help. This medication just would be a help. Like, it would be a resource to getting to where you desire to be faster. So
this wasn't my personal story, but I know somebody who was diagnosed with PCOS like me. And before, she was going to the gym for like 6 months straight, and she was not losing weight at all. As soon as she put the GLP-1, that's when she started to lose weight. And I think it was because of that insulin resistant portion of it. So I feel like sometimes you could go to the gym. It don't matter how many days, but you just not gonna lose that weight until you get that. So I think a lot of people are very like uneducated about, you know, a GLP-1 and what it is. They think that people just want to take the easy route, but it's not that case in everybody's situation. And if it is, I mean, so what? If they want to take it, you know, that's their
choice.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. My opinion, in the beginning, when I first found out about it, I wrestled with it too. When my coworker told me about it, but then I kept like talking to myself about it. You know, I'm serious. Me and myself had a lot of conversations.
listen,
Okay,
okay.
we had a lot of
yourself
conversations about it.
together.
And I was like, well, you know, just try it. You know, and let's just see. You know, or whatever. And then one of the reasons I was on the fence about it is because I was uneducated, like you just said. I was uneducated about it. I saw this stuff about the Ozempic thing and all the celebrities on Ozempic that shouldn't be on it, and you know all this stuff. So the more I started watching YouTube videos, I got more educated about, you know, the difference between the Ozempic and the Wegovy. Yes, they're the same like medications, but the Wegovy is for people who are trying to lose weight and not, you know, the ones who are just on it, you know, for diabetes. So after all of that, I started saying, well, you know, I don't want to be like some of these people who just own it just to lose the weight and they're not trying to do anything. You know, because there are a lot of people that's losing the weight, but they're not trying to monitor what they're eating. They're not trying to work out. So I was like, well, Swan, if you're going to make up your mind, you're going to do this, I want you to go into this thing wholeheartedly. You know, I want you to exercise. I want you to track, monitor, you know, all that, because I was always against medication. And I said, I'm not going to be on this for the rest of my life. That's what I said then. I don't know what it may end up being. I may just do the maintenance thing where you do it every 2 weeks, you know, at some point. But I definitely did not want to rely only on the medication.
right.
So, I mean, that's where I'm at now. And you did mention earlier how there are so many people that speak negative about people who are on the GLP-1 medications, but I do have a lot of people that follow me and support me that's on a healthy lifestyle journey that is not on it. So I'm glad there are some people, you know, like Shelly, that don't mind, you know, still supporting people, because I see stuff all the time on social media. They always like, oh child, like today, Candy Birds. I love me some Candy Birds. You hear me? She posted some pictures of her
I love her too.
on yeah, on her IG. And somebody put in the comment, oh, she does look good, but it looked like Ozempic to me. And I started coming back to her and I said, girl, stop. And I just deleted it. Because I was like, why everybody have to be on Ozempic? Because the first thing I said, well, she's not a diabetic, so it's not Ozempic. You know, and so what if she is, you know?
Those are comments that be bothering me, because it's just like, mind your business. Like, if you're not gonna be supportive and if you're not gonna be positive, just why say stuff? Like, even with the guy, I don't know his name, but he's an actress. He played he's like a funny Darrell, or I don't know his name. He a black guy. He used to be very heavy. He's like a comedian.
Oh yeah.
He played in was it Get Out? One of those movies. What else did he play in? I don't know his name, but basically he was on there saying how he lost all this weight. He looked good. He lost weight. But that's the first thing they comment, Ozempic is, and the guy was like, well, no, I lost this naturally. Like, but even if he did take Ozempic, it's like, what's it to you?
Right.
So what do y'all think about Lizzo? 'Cause now Lizzo is saying, you know, she's saying she didn't use Ozempic, which Kelly Clarkson tried saying the same thing, and then she admitted.
Yeah.
Now, I think she's using Mounjaro. I don't
Darian.
but yeah, it's like, why? Oh, Darian.
Lorel Howie.
Is that the comedian?
Yeah.
L'Oreal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're embarrassed. I don't know. I did this video, one of my earliest videos. I saw this picture of Fat Joe, and it's so appropriate now because it's Halloween time, but he was dressed as the Olympic pen. So when I was reading the article, he talked about how, Big Pun passed away, and that motivated him to, get his life together as far as the weight. And he talked about eating healthy and exercising. Well, he never said he was on Ozempic, but I'm thinking, why would you, I always question in my mind and thought he is taking something, because why would you dress up as the Ozempic pen? Well, I think he was on Club Shay Shay here recently. I didn't watch it, but I've seen the headlines where he admitted that he was using Ozempic, and he still tried to downplay it. And so I can imagine for men, it's probably even more so where they feel like I'm taking the easy way out. But I don't feel like it's the easy way out, because I feel like I'm still working. Do you guys feel like you're still working to lose this weight? I don't feel like I'm just taking the easy way out.
Every time I go to the gym and I sweat my lights out, I think about that. Like, some days I don't be feeling like going to the gym, but I know I have to, because, like you said, what if this medication is not going to be available no more? I don't want to gain all this hard work that you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a shortage again, even though I know tirzepatide isn't on the shortage anymore, but it could be I could not take this medication for 3 months. How am I going to maintain this weight loss? So, like I was telling you in the beginning, with me, it wasn't of like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take, even though I seen what this medication was doing for people, it wasn't like, okay, yeah, I'm taking this because I know I'm going to be able to lose weight, and because I was taking the phentermine and I gained all the weight back. So I knew, like, okay, once I take this medication, I have to do something in order to maintain it and keep it off, because it's going to be for nothing.
Right.
All the money that I spent is going to be for nothing. So, but yeah, when I go to the gym, I think about that. I'm like, I'm still in here running on this treadmill, walking on this Stairmaster, just like you are. I just got a little help.
But help is with the appetite suppression. But does anybody experience this? By the time, if I take my injection on a Saturday, by the time Wednesday comes, I feel like it's all me, because I don't really have the appetite suppression by then. So it's, they say it starts to wane off or wean off when you get to like day 3, day 4, day 5. I really feel like that. So I feel like it's kind of more so my determination kicking in when I get towards the end of that week.
Yes, you're right. It's same way with me. I take my injection on Wednesdays, and on Sunday I normally just eat like one main meal, because I like to eat soul food on Sunday, so it's a lot of calories. But Mondays and Tuesdays, it feels like I don't have nothing helping me at all. Nothing. Not a thing.
I take my shots on a Friday. I need to take it right now. But I take my shots on Friday, and by Thursday I'd be like, I want me a little wing stop or something. I'd be like, oh Lord, I gotta wait until tomorrow. Hopefully I get like that too. I get the craving stuff. I'm like, dang, I want a little wing stop. But I can say, like, if I do eat something like that, I still, like, I don't know if my stomach's shrinking or what, I still get that fullness.
Yeah.
I
think
get
it's all of it.
Food, but when I eat, I still get kind of like, I get full.
Yeah. I think it's all of it. I think it's us, and I think it's the medicine. And I think over time, like, we literally are changing our taste buds and our cravings. I really believe that whatever we consume, we crave. So the more healthy food we consume, the more we'll start to crave that stuff, and like the appetite will change for like the other stuff. So I think the medicine helps just kind of like do what we already know to do, and it makes it a little bit more easier for us to get into to change, like to reprogram the stuff on the inside and help.
Let me tell y'all, it's a mindset thing as well. I'm going to use my true life right now with y'all for an example. My husband, he's not even 170 pounds. He's 160, probably 165 or something like that. So he don't need to lose any weight, but he need to watch what he eat, because he always borderline diabetic. and he have high cholesterol. I just mentioned to y'all another video that he just got a stent put in his right thigh just not too long ago. Well, when they're gonna go to bed tonight, he gonna probably get up out that bed and go in there and get some cookies or something and come back in there next to me and eat it. I have to deal with stuff like this. Like yesterday he said to me, ain't no snipes in there. Ain't no
That sound like
I ain't got no more cookies in there. I said, oh, it's some in there, but it wasn't the ones he wanted in there. So I have to deal with that type of stuff. And it's so bad sometimes, y'all. I could be in the house like walking around because I'm short with my steps, but I don't need as much to go outside and get the steps. So I just like walk through the house trying to get the steps. He be like, when you pass out of that kitchen, grab me a few cookies. Stuff like that. So that's what I have to deal with. So it's a mind thing with me because I'm like, you know what, Twan, we ain't gonna do this. No, we're not gonna do this with him. And I told him one day, I said, the devil is a liar. I'm gonna go bring you some cookies. No, I'm not.
So I want to know, how did you guys decide on your injection day? Because I think Twan is a Wednesday. Yeah, I can't remember, Kofi. When do you take yours?
Wednesday. It was Friday, but when I started splitting dosing, I did Wednesday and I'll do Sunday.
And then Genea, you said you're today, Friday.
I'm Friday. I want to say when I first got my shots, it was just that's kind of the day that it fell on. So I got my shot on the 18th, and then I was just like, I'm gonna take it the next day, and it was a Friday. So
okay,
yeah.
So no rhyme or reason. What about Wednesday for you, Twan?
That was the day I went to the doctor to just to talk to her about it, not knowing that she was gonna give me a free box right then in her office.
Wow.
So when I got home, I just said, you know what? Just go for it. Do it now. Don't even wait till the weekend. She told me wait till the weekend, but I was like, just go ahead and get it out the way. So I just did it right then. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because there is a doctor on here who I watch from time to time. And he said that he tell all of his patients to do their injection on a Wednesday because he said you don't really feel the full effect until after 2 days after you giving yourself the injection. And if you do it on Wednesday, 2 days later is Friday. Friday and Saturday is the days that people usually eat the most. Right. So that's when that medicine will really work for you. And it does for me. Like today, I haven't eaten on my calories. I think I'm only like at 1,200 right now. I had a protein shake for dinner.
Right.
Because I don't like towards the end of the week, Fridays and Saturdays, I usually don't really eat dinner. I just drink a protein shake, eat a yogurt or something like that. Something small.
Right.
And my injection day is on Saturday, and I chose that because I thought for when Monday comes, I don't want to be tired. I don't want to feel like the effects that, the after you take your injection effects. So Sunday is kind of my recoup day, and then Monday I'm ready for work.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose that.
They started telling people to do it on the weekend because people were uneducated about the medication and things in the beginning. And they would have to call in from work because they tired and, things like that, nauseated. But now we know, right? We know what we need to do. We need to increase our fluids. We need to increase our protein, things like that to keep us from having nausea and all the bad headaches and, all those different things.
So has anybody experienced those severe side effects? It sounds like, because I always see people say everybody experiences constipation, but has anybody had like diarrhea episodes or where you overate and got really sick, anything like that? No,
I just been I definitely listen to my body more. Like I feel like I can hear it clear. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I'm more in tune with the feelings I'm having or the sensations I'm having, or so just pushing back the plate once I start to feel full is like, okay, but not.
No.
Bye, ladies. It was a pleasure.
Bye. She was at work. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're at your 2K.
Yeah. I'll come over and check you out after we get off.
Thank you. I hope you guys have these discussions, informative discussions again. I would love to be a part of it. I learned a whole lot because I really didn't know much about the pill. I mean, the injections and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but I've learned a lot. So continue to spread awareness.
Yes,
Thank you.
get some of these people educated for sure.
Somebody says, I didn't know it takes 2 days to feel the effects.
The full effect. That's what he said, the full effect. So
I noticed that too because I work on Sundays, and by Sunday I kind of start to. I be like, I ain't really hungry. Like I can literally go to about 1, 2 o'clock before I eat.
That's me. I usually don't eat on Sundays till like 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I get up, we go to church. We get out of church around 11:30ish. By the time we get home, all that good stuff. About 1 o'clock, I eat.
Yeah, it's because it's like, dang, I ain't eat all day, but I feel like it's that usually that food noise that you'll get is kind of like, yeah, I'm not thinking about the food, so.
Mm-hmm.
And on the weekends, I'm the same way. I don't eat till maybe 11 or noon. And before, I could not go that long. Now, it's like not a big thing. And what forces me to even get started with eating for my day on the weekends is my daughter. She's like, Mom, I'm ready to eat. So she's doing intermittent fasting at 7 and doesn't realize it. But she has learned a lot, which I think, that's one of the benefits. I know Kofia talks about her daughters a lot too. It's like modeling good, eating habits for them. And, just a different way to eat. My mom was like everybody in my family, I told you, was thinner. And so food for her was never, no one ever could relate to me because they didn't have food noise. They weren't always thinking about food, but they had other vices that I don't have. And so with her, I'm just trying to teach her, when you're full, you don't have to eat everything on your plate, which was such a shift for me because before I was saying that to her. But now I've learned to give her smaller portions to start. And then I've also learned, to tell her, okay, you've had 2 servings. Because sometimes if it's something she really likes, she'll ask for more. And I say, no, let's think about it. We talk about like, are you full? Or are you just want it because you see it, or are you satisfied? So learning the difference between being satisfied versus being full has been, even though I'm teaching her, I'm learning myself like what that feels like and what that means.
Yeah. How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you got a little young one.
7, little young one.
Oh.
Yeah. And she keeps saying, Mommy, I want to be on camera. I'm like, no.
You're like, no, ma'am.
I let my grandkids, they like to get on camera, honey. My grandson 8 and my granddaughter 6, they love to get on the camera. Matter of fact, they got a YouTube channel, but my daughter don't keep it active like she's supposed to. They don't really put a lot on there. But I saw your question, Darian. You said, do y'all look for suppression? I do. I really look for the appetite suppression. I don't get it as often as I would love to have suppression, but I do. Like today, let me tell y'all, I just love those stuffed salmon from Sam's Club. I don't know if y'all ever brought those.
I haven't bought them, but I've seen them.
With the crab and stuff in it and the shrimp.
I usually eat 2 of those. I usually eat 2 of those with some vegetables, but I had one for lunch and I just had one. I was fine. I was like, oh yes. So it's doing the job.
So good.
I used to eat 2, and then when I got on this medication, I noticed I couldn't eat 2. I'll eat like 1.5, but now I just eat 1. So yeah, I'm noticing it big time.
Yeah.
Well, Twan, is there anywhere for you to go? Like, because you said you're at the top dose of your Wegovy, so there's nowhere else for you to go.
No, that's it. 2.4. And I asked them, y'all look, I called them. Don't play with me. I called them. Listen, y'all need a higher dosage. 2.4.
They're probably
what did they say? What did they
she said, do you mind me asking you a whole bunch of questions? She said, we look for people like you to call us. She told me that. And she had I think I had about 20 questions she asked me, I answered. She had like 20 questions, asked me about my whole journey. She said, we love people like you to call us. She just asked me all kind of questions. What else is it that you would, like for Nova Nordisk to do for you? I said, honestly, all I would like for y'all to do is just increase the dosage. That's it.
Yeah.
would there be anything that you would do different now, knowing what you know now, Twan? Would there be anything that you would do different at the beginning? or towards the middle, or before
I
now?
think what I would have done differently going back, I would have focused more on my nutrition versus exercising.
Oh
Mm,
wow. And why did you say that?
Um, because in the beginning, I knew that okay, if I go out here and I walk for 4 miles, I'm gonna come back with like 700 and some calories burnt. So if I want to indulge a little bit, I can. That type of
mm,
thing. So now I'm at the point where I don't even allow um the extra calories that my fitness pal say I can eat. I don't even allow that to come up to the
oh yeah.
top with my
Okay.
calorie count because I want to make it like it don't even exist.
You
I'm
want to
not going
stay
to
in the
indulge in it.
deficit.
Yeah, I just want to stay at that 1,500. And say for instance, if I eat like 1,700 calories that day, it's gonna put me in the negative to the top. But in reality, I'm really not in the negative because I've gained so many more extra calories that I can intake at the bottom. But it's a mental thing for me, so I don't even focus on that. Like it does not even exist. Now, let me tell y'all something I will do. Say for instance, I have like 600 calories that my fitness pal say I can eat because I worked out,
Hmm.
but I'm in a negative 100. I'm gonna still act like that's not down there, and I will walk around this house and put my timer thing on until I get 100 calories.
Yeah.
Mm,
Wow.
I do that because I'm like, no, we're not. Yeah, I don't want that 100 up there to the top. So
mm.
I'll do an extra 100 at the bottom so I can like I'm offsetting that.
Yeah. That's good.
So
So,
that's what I try to do.
so Jania, did you ever hit a stall? Because that's one question we never talked about that. So has your weight loss been just steady all the way up until those 90 pounds? Or did you hit a stall? And if you did, what did you do?
I don't think I've ever hit like a stall for like a. I think that I probably was indulging a little too much, and it was like my weight was either staying the same or like, you know what I'm saying. I don't think I ever was at a point where I was like, okay,
It's not
no.
working.
When I get to that 3 month mark with the Zepbound, and I feel like I have to titrate up, that would be probably like the only time. But I don't think I really had like a long stall or anything like that. And if so, I knew by then that I probably need to change my injection site. So I was just going to another place to inject.
Wow. Wow. That's good. You haven't hit a stall. I've hit a stall a couple of times. I've hit a stall. And Kofia, you haven't hit a stall yet. You're on you've on the
I'm
11 week
still. I feel
or
like I'm
something.
still new. I'm new. I'm new to the GLP-1. Yeah, but no, I haven't. Not yet. I
So when
hope.
the
Hopefully not.
Jania, the shortage never affected you?
No.
Really?
And are you on the
I
compound
think
or are
that's
you on
another
the
reason.
Zepbound?
Say that again.
I was just asking if you were on compound or the Zepbound.
No, I'm on Zepbound.
Zepbound.
Yeah, and I think so. I think another reason why I titrated up so quickly is because I didn't want the shortage to affect me. So I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
like not having my doctor send me in that 5 milligram because I know I got the last 5 milligrams at my pharmacy. You know what I'm trying to say? So it was just like I don't got time for that. So can you just move me up? And then I kind of tried to like started calling around, and I was able to get it. So I never, went through a shortage or anything like that, which I'm happy about. And now they saying that Zepbound or tirzepatide is not on a shortage anymore. So
Yeah. That I don't. Nobody else takes the compound, do it? I mean, Twine, you own Mounjaro, no, Wegovy, and
Go here.
then um, Didi,
I'm
what do
on
you?
I'm on
You're on.
Manjaro.
You're on
Yes.
Mounjaro too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
there
on.
was never a Wegovy or Ozempic shortage. So and I mean I remember
Yeah,
years
yes, it
ago, a
was.
year or
It
two.
was.
But here
It was a
recently,
shortage.
was it here recently too?
When I first started, it was a shortage. I have people all the time come on my video saying that they holding on to their script, they can't get it. But I think one of the reasons why it wasn't a problem for me because I kept titrating up every month. My
Um.
doctor told me that is what the medication was designed for. And the
Yeah.
reason there was a shortage is because people were staying on the lower dosages too long. Those companies
Oh.
intentionally was not making a lot of the smaller dosages because the plan was for you to titrate up every month.
Oh,
Now,
that
let me
makes
tell
sense.
y'all, I don't know
That's
what
good
video it is, but
information.
one of my recent videos, someone commented on my video. They asked me a question about the medication because, oh, I knew which one it was. I did a video of me giving myself an injection, and the injection pen leaked while I was giving myself the injection.
Oh,
So I called, and I have all that on the video. Y'all can hear me talking to the rep
Oh,
to
you
say,
video.
hey, this thing leaked on me. I was told that y'all can send me another pen, this and the other. Well, somebody called, and when they called, the Northern Nordisk told them that unfortunately we cannot give you a replacement pen because your doctor started you on the wrong dosage.
What?
Her doctor did not start her on the 0.25. They started her on 0.5 because of the shortage. And they said, we can't. You're supposed to start on that 0.25. And I said to them, I said, oh, wow. I said, well, maybe they told you that because you have to think about it. There's lawsuits and things that's going on right now. And if you start on a dosage too high, you probably will suffer some of the side effects and things that you wouldn't suffer with if you started off at the smaller, the lower dosage. And that's why I believe some of the people around here complaining too about different things that was going on because they were starting on the wrong dosages.
Right.
So Darian is asking, how long are you all staying on the dosages?
Until it don't work no more.
I was on the 2.5. I was on the 2.5 for a month. I was on the 5 for a month. 7.5 for 2 months. 10 milligram for 3 months. 12 milligram for 3 months. And am I right? Yeah, 12 milligram for 3 months. And now I'm on 15.
So you've been on it a little less than a year?
Yes, 10 months. Okay. I started in January.
1 month.
And the only reason why I stopped titrating and just kept with that dose is because I was kind of scared, like I'm getting to that 15. So is it still gonna work for me? Because like I said, I noticed after that 3rd month, it was done.
Well, that's
you weren't feeling the effect.
Now that I'm on 15, I've only been on 15 for 3 weeks. So I know it's gonna work for these next 2 months, but
so that's your theory.
We'll see how she gonna, try to maybe take me off of it and then put me back on it. I don't really know, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And like
you know what I'm worried about, to be honest with you? If I start the Zepbound, where I should really start at, because my doctor wanted to start me at 12, and I had several people saying, no, that's too high, Twan. Don't let her start you at 12. You should start, like around 7.5 or something.
Yeah.
And then, keep going up. But I kind of worry because, like you just said, after about 3 months, it stopped working for you on that one dosage. So I guess you're afraid that the 15 is gonna stop after like 3 months. So what will be your plan after that?
That's what I don't know. I know I'm supposed to see my doctor. I talked to my doctor maybe 2 months ago, and she said, I'm doing good. I'm on track. But I see her in 6 months. So that was like maybe 4 months. I'll see her again. It's probably gonna have to be sooner so that we can kind of talk about the plan and how
I want to know.
I may have to start, because I was even thinking about starting that next month because I do pay out of pocket. So I pay $550 every month. So I was even trying to start now by just doing it every other week and doing my injections so that maybe it can have a different kind of effect. Because I know some people do it every other week when they're trying to maintain, but I don't know if they're working out with it. You get what I'm trying to say? So if I do it every other week on top of me working out, I could probably still see close to the same results and then see how that works. So
I think you can also rotate your injection spot, because you said you were the site, because I think you said you were just doing your thigh.
Yeah.
As I tried I was doing the belly and the thigh. I really didn't see a big difference with the thigh, but the arm, that appetite suppression, it's just doing its thing. And I was shocked. So I don't know if it's the placebo effect where you know it and you have this expectation. But I mean, I'm really not hungry. Like even now, I haven't even eaten yet, and I don't like to eat past 7. But yeah, it's just that arm, switching it to that arm. So I'm sticking with the arm. The arm is like my BFF until I move up to 10 milligrams. So you might want to try that and see if you try a different spot and if it works.
I'll definitely let y'all know what they say, because
I'm sticking with the stomach. I want it straight to me. I want it all. Give me the whole hog. I want it all. I want it right then, instantly.
I was doing it in my stomach too, but I noticed that like when I went up to the higher doses and I was doing it in my stomach would feel so full. Do you feel like that sometimes?
That's why I want it in my stomach. I want it to feel full. I want to feel full.
It was like an uncomfortable feeling for me. It was just like, oh, I feel like, So I'm just like, I like my stomach too. That's why I was doing it in the stomach for a long time when I first got on the medication. And then people was like, yeah, rotate it. And then I tried my arm. I was good. And then I tried my leg. It would be like every week I was trying somewhere different. And then I found that leg. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's the leg for me. So,
wow. And let me tell y'all too, like the first couple of days of the week when I do my injection, I can't eat and drink. I have to eat. And then I drink later.
So you can't. So while you're eating, you can't take a sip of something.
Yeah, a sip, but I can't do drink. Like if I got a can of soda, if I'm drinking a can of soda, I can't. A can of soda. I can't drink that soda while I'm eating. I'll sip on it, but by the time I'm done, I probably only drunk 1/4 of that can.
Yeah,
because I want to eat. I want to get my food in. If I drink and eat, I'm not gonna be able to eat.
Right.
And that's why, like sometimes in the mornings when I work out, it's kind of hard for me to get all of my food in because I'm drinking water, because I just worked out. So I kind of have to wait a little bit before I actually eat breakfast. I wait that because when you work out, you're supposed to eat your protein within an hour and a half of you working out. So I wait dead an hour and a half sometime before I start eating. Because if I try to eat right away, I can't really eat anything. I just drunk all that water.
Right.
Wow. So, Kofia, do you switch? I saw your video where you were giving yourself the injection with the, you don't have the pen, so it's the compound. And I couldn't see though, like the video, and I was like, is this me? Because I was looking on my phone, but I couldn't actually see you give it. It was like at the very,
at the bottom.
At the very bottom.
I think that was the Bio Boost, like the wellness injection.
Oh, okay.
But I do the same thing for the compound. I do it in my stomach. I just go one side or the other. One side or the other. That's it.
What is that? What is Bio Boost? What is that?
So the Bio Boost is one of the almost like a supplement, if you will. But it's supposed to help your body burn fat. Some people call it like the skinny shot, or some people call it lipo.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. The skinny shot.
Depending on where you get it from. And I started taking it because I was started at the med spa. I started taking it like every other week. And then I got my own. And so I've been taking it a couple times a week. And I definitely feel like it helps me with energy. I don't feel tired after my injection.
Wait, what do you mean I got my own? You said I got my own.
So like at the med spa, they were giving me the injection. I ordered my own through the Lavender Sky Health, because you. So
you were doing this. You just started doing this not before you were taking Zepbound. I mean the terzepatide. You started a couple weeks ago.
August the 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I was thinking about doing that too, but I didn't actually get started with it yet. A friend of mine, she ordered some stuff from somebody from Miami that she seen on Instagram. I guess it's called a goal something or something like that, and you shoot yourself in your stomach a couple times. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do all that. That's too much. But I did have to go to one of those med spa places, so I'm gonna get with you to find out about the place you're talking about, because I don't mind injecting my own self.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I gave some to I'm not even gonna call that person out, but they called me back and was like, okay, so how do I order some of this? Because they can tell a difference in just how they were feeling. It just helps you like overall, feeling better.
Now, how much does it cost?
So I'm looking at per injection, it's like $8. At the med spa, they charge though like $25 or $25 to $50 per injection. But you can buy it yourself, and you can get one supply for $85. That's with shipping. If you buy it with your medicine, like I do, it's only $70 for 10 injections. So it ends up being like $5 or $6 per.
And you take the injection once a week.
Yeah, so this one I take twice a week. I bought the 30 ml, so I have a bigger bottle, but you can get a smaller one for $70 or $85.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's worth it. I think I'm just like, I gotta take care of my health. I put so much effort and energy in other things that I wanted, and it's like, okay, I need to go all in on my health.
So wait, so is it a fat burner? Is that what it does? Burn, like it helps burn fat, or just exclusively gives you energy?
I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna read it to you because I have it right here, and that way, I can tell you exactly what they say.
Is it called a MIC or something like that? They got one called a MIC or something.
So it's depending on what pharmacy. Like the pharmacy, you can't have the same name, right? So it's the same mixture, but different pharmacies call it something different, and then different med spas call it something different. Make it their own, but it's pretty much the same thing. So let me go wellness injection, and
we go with 5 and 7. You heard that? What did you hear that, Jen? They need to.
I thought they were working on a higher dose too. Yeah, that's what I said.
I better find out. But when I called and I talked to those people a couple months ago, they didn't tell me anything about a higher dosage. That's why I was like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and go on Zepbound, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not really losing much. What made me decide to say, I really do need to go on Zepbound, I was going to my doctor every 2 months, and when I went back to her, I had lost 5 pounds in 2 months.
Ooh.
I knew then, I need to go ahead and get Zepbound. But she ended up putting me on phentermine. And first she put me on Saxenda. See, the insurance company play games. They want me to go on Saxenda. So she put me on Saxenda for 2 weeks. Then she submitted paperwork saying, okay, Saxenda didn't do anything. She didn't lose anything. They said, oh, well, we changed our rules July 1st. So now I have to, do something else like phentermine or something like that before they approve the tier 2 exception. But by that time, Darium had mentioned Contrave. So she went ahead and told me that because of my hypertension, she didn't want to put me on Contrave, but so she put me on phentermine, just a half a tablet, so that way it won't increase my blood pressure. So I said, well, can I just go ahead and go back and Wegovy, because I still have 2 pens in my refrigerator. So she said, yeah, go ahead. That first week, I lost 7 pounds. Back on the Zepbound with the half a tablet of phentermine. 7.5 pounds, I believe it was, something like that, a little over 7 pounds. And I was like, wow, maybe this the boost I needed just to stop it for 2 weeks and then start it back.
Yeah. So
when you mentioned about stopping like every 2 weeks or something, that might help you.
The Bio Boost, it is it's an injectable blend of vitamins and amino acids that helps with a number of things. It can increase your natural energy. It can also regulate sleep, mood, and appetite cycles. It improves your mental clarity, and it boosts your immune system.
Oh, wow.
And where do you get that from?
This is from Lavender Sky Health. And the one that I order under the wellness injections is called the Bio Boost Plus. And I order it from Hollandale, because you can pick which one. They have a couple of different options.
She says she got the Boo Boost through telehealth company through Groupon. Oh, I need to look into
it. It's called Lavender. What is it called? Lavender Health?
Lavender Sky Health.
I put it in the chat.
They give you something for referring people?
No.
Call them.
No.
I want to go y'all one more thing before I get off because we're supposed to be going to the movies at 9:30. But I don't know if y'all heard or not, but Eli Lilly, they now have a program where they are doing Zepbound instead of the pens. They're doing the injection, the thing that you have, the syringe,
the vial.
Yes, and it's cheaper.
$3.99.
But they only have it for 2.5 and 5. So it won't work for me. And I think they're working on more, but I think it's $3.99 for the 2.5, and then it's
$5.49 for the 5.
$5.49 for the 5, because I think they're supposed to be going up or something like that. So I don't know if y'all knew about that, but
yeah, I heard that. Is that cheaper than what you pay? It's not.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's $5.50, but I think the reason why they came out with it is because I don't know if next year they're not doing the savings card anymore, so it may go back up. If I have the injectable pen, it may be like $1,200 or something. So that, I guess, would be an option, but I don't know.
I think they're trying to take the compound people out. So they saying, here are the vials. You can have the vials, and if you're gonna pay, you can get the brand name for $5.49, because some people were paying $5.49 for the compound, but now everything is kind of going down, so it's not as competitive as it was when it first kind of came out. From my trying to take us out. They trying. Well,
from my understanding, because I think Ozempic is still on a shortage list, they can compound their medication.
Yeah.
But because now tirzepatide is no longer considered in a shortage, then they're not supposed to really be. I don't really know how it works.
No, so what's happening is when a drug goes on the shortage list, it opens up the other pharmacies to be able to make the compound. Yeah. Right. But once the drug was removed, certain pharmacies like Hollandale had to stop immediately. The other pharmacies, they had a 60-day window. However, there's a group of organization that sued the FDA all within the last 2 weeks, and they sued the FDA. And so now the FDA is going back to say, okay, let us review if this medicine should be off of the shortage list, and they're going to come back November 21st. And between now and November 21st, the pharmacies, exactly.
Make it still compound.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I was impressed that the compound pharmacies fought back.
Don't try to go after them though. Eli Lilly's still sending out letters saying, cease and desist, because it's separate, right? The FDA and Eli Lilly, they two different entities.
Yeah.
The tricky thing is, though, Eli Lilly is the one who determines, they report if they're in the shortage or not. So all they have to do is keep reporting they're not in the shortage, they're not in the shortage. And that's why people have to really report. If you try to get your medication and they don't have it, you have to report that so that they know that it's still a shortage.
Yeah. And get ready. Shoot, make sure you stock up if you can. If you're on the compound, or get to a place like where I'm changing my insurance. I'm helping other people. Oh, Blue Cross Blue Shield is really like the top tier insurance, and those are the insurance like the Texas, not Michigan, because Michigan's saying they're removing it, but like Texas, I think Nebraska, Minnesota, Blue Cross Blue Shield, they all cover weight loss medications. So you have a better chance of getting your medication approved.
That's who I have, Blue Cross Blue Shields.
You got that good stuff.
Yeah, but they won't give me what I want for Zepbound.
They just
in Florida
prove that you did all the other stuff, so then they can justify paying for the big dog.
Now this is the open enrollment. This is the open enrollment period for most insurances now.
Yep.
So if I were you, I would be talking to whoever. I don't know.
Well, my doctor did tell me that it's up to me if I want her to go ahead and now submit the tier exception to Blue Cross, so they can go ahead and change Zepbound from tier 3 to tier 2, so I can get it. I won't have to switch because I am on the phentermine now. And that's what they said I have to try. So she can't tell them, okay, well, it's not working anymore for her. She's tried it for 2 months now. It's not working anymore. So they'll go ahead. Yeah. So I'll
Definitely.
probably just have her do that and see what happens. If not, then I'm changing insurance. I'm going with that GEHA,
don't cover
the
mine.
government
Saying they
employee health
don't
insurance.
cover hers.
Yeah.
Who does she have?
Blue
She
Cross
said
Blue
Blue Cross,
Shield.
Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. Did you
It's
order?
free.
If you get the sometimes if you get insurance through the marketplace, then it may not be covered. And if you go through, so I sell insurance. I've been in insurance for like almost 10 years. But if your employer has to be the one to say we're gonna cover weight loss meds or we're not gonna cover weight loss meds. So your employer makes a difference and the insurance company makes a difference.
Yeah, I think I have Cigna, but the plan that my job picked does not cover weight loss medication. They cover the weight loss medication. Cigna does, depending on if your job say they're gonna cover it or not. But my job, they don't cover. I know some jobs cover like the weight loss surgery. Mine does not cover anything weight loss related, but they want to give us nutritionists and all this other stuff. I don't want that, baby. I want the medicine.
Give me the shot.
What is PA? What's PA, Darian? Let them go and do the PA. Prior authorization. Oh, okay.
PA. Well, the funny thing is, though, they cover medicines for high blood pressure and everything else, but they don't want to cover for this. And it's cheap. I would say it might be cheaper than getting that bariatric surgery where you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and they pay for that, right? They pay for the surgery.
That.
But that's a one-time thing. They're like, we do this one thing, you one and done. We don't ever have to hear from you again. It's not every single month. Like, as far as like, I know I don't agree with it, but their mentality, the mentality of the insurance is like, this is one time.
You gotta pay $1,200 every month.
Right. For the rest of your life. And if you gonna live for however long.
That's true.
Isn't that everything comes down to
let
money?
me tell you, with Blue Cross Blue Shields, my doctor told me that if I'm not losing a certain amount, that insurance company's gonna stop paying anyway for me on the week over. She said if I'm not losing enough, they're gonna stop paying for my week over.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a thing passing, like a bill, I think is what it's called. And like their Medicare, so if you're over 65, they're trying to get Medicare to cover, like the government insurance to cover weight loss medications. And if that passes, it'll help make it kind of standard and it'll lower the price for everybody else. So if you have that vote coming up, definitely look into making sure that Medicare covers the weight loss, because then it opens the door for so many other people.
Yeah.
And I think it will pass because it leads to so many other ailments that can be expensive on any insurance. So I would think the smart thing to do would be to prevent things before it happens. So even if you're pre-diabetic, why not, advocate for this medication so that, people don't develop diabetes, which leads to all kind of complications. So to me, it's a win-win if you're looking, if you're a business and you're looking ahead.
Yeah, they're looking at the money though. I don't think our medical system is designed to cure anything. I think our medical system is designed to keep us dependent on them and dependent on the system to, keep putting money into it.
Darren said it's the Treat and Reduce Obesity Act of 2020.
Oh, is that what it? Okay.
Wow.
Let's pay attention, y'all, so we
pay
can
attention. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Somebody wants to join. Who is Xavier?
Well, I'm about to head out so I can get ready for this movie date.
Nice to meet you. So
you
nice
too. I will talk to
you. Enjoy.
Bye.
I'm not sure who Xavier is, but they said don't be angry. Look my mic size.
Oh Lord. Okay, that might be. Is that a scam or a troll or something?
Might be.
I'm about to hop off here. My daughter's sending me text messages. They like, "Are you done? Are you done?" But it's so nice to meet y'all officially.
Yeah, nice to talk to you.
I see your channel. You always doing juicing and stuff, so it's so good to connect with you. And before I get
say hello. Say hello if you see me.
I be saying hello. You be saying hello back, but you probably didn't know it was me.
And what's your name? What's your name again on there?
Kofi at 40.
don't recognize your name. I have to go back and look now.
And I'm a
But
new
yeah,
one
I'm
too.
gonna follow all of you guys. Everybody who's on here that has a channel, I'm gonna follow you.
But how is everything from the hurricane? I know you something happened with your fence, and your husband was out there like trying to put the fence back together or something with the neighbor.
Yeah, he got it all good. He just gotta call somebody to a gate company to come out and put the gate back up because the hurricane popped the whole gate thing off. But my other house is the one that I'm waiting on the insurance company to I guess come out or whatever. That's the one that has the most damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sending prayers your way, and Dee Dee, nice
Thank you,
to meet
thank you.
I see y'all
Thank
around
you.
YouTube
Bye,
world.
Twan. We have to do our live.
Yes, we have to get
Okay.
together to listen. Are y'all doing any breast cancer walks?
No, I don't have anything planned. Do you?
They sent me a text message today, so I think I'm gonna sign up for next weekend.
Are y'all living
I
in the
usually
same
do it.
town? Is it a local?
No, I'm in Florida. She in Ohio, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was just wondering because I mean, since we all into fitness and stuff now.
Do like a 5K. We could do like a 5K and like report in or something.
Yeah.
But we
That would
have
be
to do
dope.
the Peloton. So I'm going to email you.
Yeah, I put
So,
the thing on here. It's Twan 0801.
All right, y'all. Good
wait,
night.
I didn't see that. Wait, where is
Yeah,
that
I put
at?
it in there earlier. I'm gonna put it again.
Okay, I'll
Twan
find it. Now I know how to
01.
swipe. You said swipe to get the comments on there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to share? I feel like you are the queen of the
No,
GLP-1
look, I learned
revolution.
from y'all as well. I'm learning from everybody.
I know that is so. How did you meet Darian? Because is he your moderator? I still haven't figured
Yeah,
out.
I made him a moderator because one day he was in my live and he was doing something. Oh, telling people to hit the likes and everything. I said, let me go and make you a mod.
Okay, before we go, you have to share with me how to do that because I don't see how to make somebody a moderator.
Okay, so click on my name. Click on my name.
When I click on your name, though, it says show, which you are like show your comment up there. Is it the 3 dots?
You clicked on my name inside the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And what popped up?
Your Peloton number.
Nothing else didn't come up?
Let me see if it's a private chat. No, that's it. How do I go? Okay, so I'm back in my comments. No. So yeah, when I click on it, it's saying show your your comments. So everybody. Love you, Tia. Thank
Click
you
on
for
Tia.
coming.
Click on Tia name. See what comes up.
In YouTube. Oh, she said do that in YouTube. Right?
Oh, because you in StreamYard. So, but no, I've done it in StreamYards.
Oh, you have? Okay. Yeah, so do I have to go to YouTube? Let me see. I don't know. I'm sure I'm live.
I was able to do mine in StreamYard. Maybe you may have to do it after your live is over. Go to like a video that we've commented on and try it there. Yeah, I'm like raw truth. People need to show their face on here.
Yes, I did. I didn't let the person up and I just banned them out of here because it was them trolling. So they shouldn't be able to get
so I guess once you in your chat, you can go into YouTube and then get out of StreamYard, go into YouTube, and then try to click on it because the box should pop up and it'll give you options.
Okay. But do that in actual YouTube.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. Do it in YouTube.
Okay. Not StreamYard. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I have to do that. But I have to find a moderator. Who can be a moderator?
You can add me as a mod. You can add me.
Okay. All right. I said I was going to do lives on Wednesday, try to be consistent with doing them. But it's like I feel like my schedule is crazy. Do you have a certain day or you just go live whenever?
I just whenever.
Whenever. Okay.
I post whenever, all that. Because it's kind of hard to keep up, when you have, other things going on in your life. It's just kind of hard.
I know. I say the same thing. So yeah, we'll have to plan our live whenever you want to do it. How have you recovered since? Are you guys on track as far as how you what are things looking like since that hurricane?
Everything's good. I'm on track now. Yeah, so I know I'm supposed to have some company tomorrow. I'm not sure. A young lady that my daughter went to school with, she just recently had weight loss surgery.
Oh wow.
And she and I supposed to be going live tomorrow. I don't know if she's gonna come over here or what. I got to text her later to see. We were supposed to go live together tomorrow. I have to check with her. Because since the hurricane, I haven't tried to follow up with her to see or
Oh yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I have to get
Right.
back.
I'll email you and then we could talk and so when you go live, do you stream on when you have you had somebody where you streamed on both of their channels too, like we're doing today?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Okay.
No, I haven't done that. Like right now, I'm not on my channel with this. I'm
No, I
looking at
know, but
yours.
yeah, I know, but that's
Yeah.
how yeah we did that. But it doesn't matter. I don't whatever you want
Yeah,
to
it,
do.
it don't matter however you want to do it. It don't matter with me.
Yeah. Well, we
I
want to
probably
talk
would
about
have, but this is my first time joining in
right for
from
this
my
one.
cell phone with somebody. So I don't have the stream yards on my cell phone. So I
Okay.
couldn't do it right now if I wanted to. Because I actually connected because I was sitting in the living room watching TV with my husband. So and actually I had got some notifications and I went to comment back to the people on my videos and I saw your thing said live. I was like, oh, she's live. So I just went in because I get your notifications.
Oh, okay, good. So, we want to talk about when we meet up for live, when we talked about, weighing in, and not weighing in within that seventh day and waiting to that eighth day or ninth day. Like we really want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah, I
about
want to
that.
talk about that. I
And
want you to explain that more in the detail.
and have you done that? Have you tried it without giving away too much? Because we want to talk about it. But then have you done that? Like tried to, because you go Wednesday, so you weigh in Wednesday to Wednesday.
I weigh in sometimes every
But
day.
you weigh every day. I forgot about that.
I do that lately. I've been doing that because of what's been going on with me. Because I went since at one point I was doing it every day, and then I started weighing in on Sundays and Wednesday just to see how things were going. But then when I noticed my weight loss really wasn't doing anything, I started getting on it every day just to kind of see what was going on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I
think I'm
kind
gonna
of
go back to that once a week thing again. Because to be honest with you, I like to do the once a week because you be so surprised when you get on there. You be like, oh my
yeah,
god.
that's true. But have you ever done the
Oh
weekly? So wait, were you doing weekly weigh-ins? Because I noticed that some of the content creators, when they do the weekly weigh-ins, and I just can maintain doing the weekly weigh-ins, but when they don't lose, they feel bad, like they're letting the people down. And I'm like, to me, that's a part of like your normal weight loss roller coaster. I mean, you're going to have some up times, you're going to gain, you're going to lose. But have you ever felt the pressure to, okay, I'm reporting this out every week, I got to lose weight?
no. And let me tell you why. Because this is a journey, and I tell people all the time, every week is not going to be the same, you know. And I like the fact that I'm transparent to get on there and tell them when I gain. And a lot of my followers tell me they like that about me. Oh, I see you, raw truth. Thank you. You need to start coming out them bushes. I appreciate you. But let me tell you, people tell me that they like that I share that because they say some people will gain, and when they gain, you don't hear from them. They only want to tell you
Oh,
the good stuff.
okay,
But this
okay.
is a journey, you want to be your true, authentic self, and you want to be open and honest with people because this journey is not peaches and cream.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, you want to show them the good, the bad, and and everything because you don't want to be on here like you selling people a dream every week. Oh, I'm losing, and then they want, well, how come she losing and I'm not? What am I,
Mhm,
not
mhm.
doing right? And I've had people to ask me that. Well, when I started on 0.25, a lot of people weren't losing. 0.5 people weren't losing. I was. Well, are you being active? Are you exercising? That's what I would
Mhm.
ask them. Well, how are you losing? And I'm not. Well, I walk, 3 to 4 miles a day, and I start sharing all that. So that was the difference, you know.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't feel that
Mhm.
pressure either. To me, I just have such a hard time making videos because I'm trying to be a super fancy, add the edit and the B rolls and all of
Don't
that.
do it. Let me
Don't
tell
do
you,
it.
my daughter, because she, like I say, she's a true content creator. You know, she does it for, you know, a living. It's her money thing. So of course she want to make her videos all pretty and fancy. I didn't get on here to make money off YouTube like that. Yes, I'm monetized and I make a little something, but not like my daughter made, you know, and I'm okay with that because to me, like I share with people, this is ministry work for me. You
Mhm.
know, I have one lady just recently asked me, can I start doing a Zoom like once a month or something like that for the members? Well, there's people who do members only lives,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
where they charge people, you know, $7 a month, $10 a month. I can do the same thing, but I don't want to do that because I feel like, well, I know this is a disease, and I feel like God has me on this journey so that I can give back to people, share, you know, what I'm going through and things like that. I don't want to charge people. I feel like, you know, if I do the right thing, then God will open other doors, and that He's doing. I've deleted
Mhm.
some emails just today for people who want me to do videos on things. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But there are some people like Timu. I did one video already on Timu. I'm going to do another one. I just went in and ordered $140 worth of merchandise. Just yesterday, I finally submitted. They finna send that to me. I got another company finna send me some tennis shoes.
Oh wow. To
Yeah,
try.
I had a company want to send me some shoes from a Peloton bicycle, but I have large feet. I wear 11 and a half in women wide. They only go up to a size 9. I said, well, unfortunately, you know, you don't have my shoe size. When you start making larger size, and you can contact me. And I
Mhm.
told they was like, oh yeah, thank you. We're gonna keep you on there. I had another company sent me a email, and they wanted me to do a video on pickleball rackets.
Oh
And
wow.
I say now I don't play that game, so I don't want to do a video on that. I say,
Right.
however, I do know this lady named Lindsay who has a YouTube channel, and she's also on a weight loss journey. You can, you know, send them to her. Maybe she'll do it for you. So they asked me if I give them Lindsay's YouTube information. So I did. Well, they responded back to me and said her channel don't meet their
Okay.
qualifications.
Okay.
I
Okay.
guess she don't have enough subscribers. That's what that is.
Probably. Oh yeah, because they want the views. Well, I started off. I was adding all that pizzazz to my videos initially because I was audio. Remember, I only. That's why I started. I was just. When I started, I thought I don't want to be on camera. You know, I'm very private.
Mhm.
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. And then I was just doing the audio and to kind of give somebody something visual to see. That's what made me start adding the B rolls and being super fancy
Yeah.
with things. And I just kind of kept it going. But I enjoy
Mhm.
it. It's just time consuming. I know Tia says she edits her videos too. And it is time consuming. So you don't edit at all?
Yeah, I edit. I edit my videos.
And how long does it take you?
It depends. Some stuff I keep the bloopers in there. Depends on how I feel. You see, look, I plait my hair up because I was gonna wash my hair. You know, first thing in the morning when I finished, when I was gonna go walk in the morning, after I walk, I was gonna go ahead and wash my hair. You think I would have got on here like this? Look, don't this look like Miss Celia on Color Purple?
I like it. It looks like it's nice and thick. I'm like, you get
Girl,
older,
when
your
we were
hair
kids,
thins
our
out.
parents used to braid our hair like this. Girl, look, I ain't trying to get on here putting on makeup and lipstick and all that stuff. I don't have time for all that because think about it. When you working out, you're not
Yeah,
cute like that.
yeah.
I see people come to the gym with lipstick on. I'm like, listen, it's a struggle for me to get up and come in here. You think I'm gonna come in here all cute? No.
You said no, 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 no. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I show y'all sweating all. I show it to y'all. Oh, hey, Team Jesus. I like that name.
Team Jesus forever.
I like that. Yeah, but I edit a lot. I edit certain things. You just have to because you get distractions and stuff too.
Yes.
So you have to edit. Like I might be in here doing the video. My husband come walking in the house on his cell phone talking.
Yeah. Well, my daughter too. But I try to find like videos to kind of like explain what I'm trying to say or whatever.
Yeah,
So and then
yeah.
I look up and I've searched for like an hour and a half just for like, 10 seconds. So
That's
that's the
why
kind
some
of
people like lives because they don't want to edit.
yes, yes, that's true. And you
Mhm.
can't really edit yourself if you're going to post it on YouTube. The only thing you can do is shorten I think the beginning or the end, like whatever happens in the middle is just what's in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. But some stuff I try to be cute and fancy with, but some stuff I like. It is what it is. I get people all the time emailing me talking about SEO and all that stuff. I don't know what none of that stuff mean. And
So you have a nice following. So that you got most of your following from your vlogging videos before, because I see you have like 600 and something videos. That's why I say you're the queen of this
no,
YouTube.
I got most of my subscribers when I started talking about my weight loss. Because
Oh, just when
I started off from the beginning doing home stuff, all things home. I started off showing them this house getting built and me shopping for stuff for the house, furniture and stuff like that. And then I started decorating a home once I moved in. That's what I started off with. So I think I had about 3,000 subscribers prior to
okay.
doing weight loss
And
stuff.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Hmm.
And then your weight loss journey kicked in, and that's when your subscribers went up.
I think I got my first video that I posted. I think the first two videos that I posted, I think I had like 2,000 subscribers. The first two I posted on like within 2 weeks, like 2,000 subscribers on
Wow.
Wegovy. So I could have got monetized in like 2 weeks with the weight loss. So I'm like, wow, yeah. But
And you were like a pioneer because I didn't even know about it 2 years ago. I mean, or a year ago. I just found out about it. Well, I take that back. Maybe I've known about it for a year. But yeah, before then I had not heard anything about it. I'd let alone know anybody who was taking any of the GLP-1s.
But my views went down big time once that Zepbound got approved. Everybody went on Zepbound and they went on. I had people even comment and tell me, "Yeah, I used to follow you, then I stopped taking Wegovy and I'm on Zepbound." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Now, see, I think, well, I mean, I took Ribelsis. Do you know what that is? I always call that's the oral Ozempic. And
Mm-hmm.
when I took that, people still don't even know that there is an oral Ozempic. Like it's exactly the same thing. It's just in a pill form. And I took that, and oh gosh, that made me feel so tired, like a full feeling all the time. But it was so intense that I started taking it in June, and I'm an educator, so over the summer we were on break, and then when school started back, I had an appointment before school started back, and I told the doctor I cannot do this. I probably lost 10 or 12 pounds, and then my A1C went down, and so she said you probably added years to your life. Are you sure you don't want to continue? And I said, no, I just cannot do it. And then I was so against taking the injection because I just never wanted to inject. I thought it was going to hurt. And she said, no, it's a pen, but she didn't have one to show me as a demo or anything. So then when I went, so I thought, okay, I'm just going to do this myself. And then in the meantime, I'm having all these perimenopausal things. I'm going to the doctor. I'm getting checked out for this, for that, for everything. And finally, when I went back to the doctor for my follow-up appointment in February, that's when she introduced me to Mounjaro and told me about that. And, I was diabetic at that point. And so I was like, at that point, I was just like, I'm diabetic. I never wanted to be diabetic. So I was like, I'm doing it. I'm just, going in, walking by faith and hoping it all works out. So that's how I started. But that Wegovy or Ozempic, it just was a different feeling. I felt full all the time and tired and just kind of am nauseous. So do you feel nauseous on it? Because I hear that a lot.
No, and when I did experience it for the first time, it was after I took my first dosage of the 2.4, the highest dosage. And when I experienced it, of course I went ahead and shared it with my followers, and two people commented and they told me that the reason that happened is because I was doing intermittent fasting. And they said, Twan, you can't do intermittent fasting the day after your injection. That next day when you get up, you need to eat immediately. They say you can't do that. That's why you was feeling it. Then another person, well, they both said increase my protein the day before and then eat the next day. So I started doing that and I didn't have that problem. So I kind of tested it a little bit just to see if it was going to happen again. And I started feeling it and I was like, oh, I can't play with this thing. So I eat. I still get up and I exercise, but as soon as I finish exercise and get my shower, I eat right away. I don't wait till like 9:30ish, 10:30 and all that stuff trying to eat. I eat right away.
Well, with the pill, Ribelsis, you had to take the pill and drink 8 ounces of water on an empty stomach, and then you had to wait 30 minutes before you can eat. And that's when I would start feeling that nauseousness, like within that range of time.
Oh.
And see, that's the difference. And I don't know if I would have had a different experience taking the injection because you can eat whenever, right? You don't have those stipulations with the injection, but you do with the pill. So when people say, "Oh, they're coming out with the pill," I'm thinking they already have one, for Ozempic. Now I don't know about. I know they don't have one for Zepbound and Mounjaro, so that'll be a game changer whenever that comes out. But Ozempic does have a pill.
I gotta do my research now since they're saying Wegovy coming out with a 5 and 7.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that too.
Oh, excuse me. I might just stay on Wegovy then if it's coming out with a higher dosage.
Yeah, you could stay on it because then you wouldn't have to pay, right?
Yeah.
Now you can see the comments too, right over there.
I can see the comments.
I see what Tia says. 0 side effects. Watch so many videos. Yeah, YouTube does help, and she said she took all the advice from the vets. Yeah, I'm learning from you, Alonda 2.0 mommy, a lot, but there's a lot of the Zepbound girls, right?
Not Alonda, she's not on Zepbound anymore. She's on that Saxenda. She was on it one time before. I don't think she's gonna stay on it long.
Yeah, she gonna be like, this is her first or second week of it though, and then she's going to the compound. I think this is like a to hold her over till she gets that compound.
That's what she needs to do because that Saxenda, it was like nothing.
Really? See, like I didn't even know what that was.
And then you have to inject yourself every day. That's a daily injection.
Is it really? Wow. And a lot of people say it doesn't work. It's not that effective.
My doctor said they're supposed to stop making it. She was surprised that Publix even had it.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't heard that people had a lot of success with it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me go. My daughter is calling me.
Yeah, I'm sitting there yawning now. My watch already told me it was bedtime. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. It was fun.
Yes, we'll have to do it again. But I'm going to definitely email you. And then Tia, I will be emailing you about that getting up that Zoom workout. You said I could join you on Zoom. That's what I got to get moving. I'm inconsistent. I want to be consistent. That's my goal. So
yeah. She said Alana just posted a video. I'm gonna watch the London video before I lay down too.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that too. I love listening to her tell her stories. Like she's a good storyteller. So
yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for joining the live. I love this.
Till you go live next, and then we'll.
Tia doesn't want to go live for some reason. I try to get her to go. She said she would come on live with me though, so we'll see. I'm gonna hold her to that. All right. Well, have a good night.
Good night,
everybody. Bye. Thank you. You can say bye, but you don't want to. Bye.
Who's that?